Basketball broadcasting tonight from inside the Portland High School Gymnasium, where your Portland Lady Panthers will take on the Station Camp Lady Bisons. This is the first meeting this season between these two teams. Kyle Eden along with John Thayer, Miguel Amadeus, thank you for supporting Panther basketball here on senior night for Portland High School. The streak is now at 5 in a row as the Lady Panthers defeated a much improved Springfield team this past Saturday by a score of 52-44, a game which was halted in the first quarter to recognize Gorchek Mood after she scored her 1,000th career point as a Portland Panther. Gorchek, who had a slow start to the season, has come on since the start of the calendar year and has really just kind of been hard to stop, Coach.
Yeah, she's one of the best female lady basketball players I've seen, female lady. Well, you know what I meant.
Is that a double negative?
No, it's a
double positive,
yes, that I've ever seen up here. She's off the charts. It's going to be interesting how much recruiting comes her way, which I would think a lot is going to. How she juggles that with the soccer offers. You know, she said her loves soccer.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But she's very impressive.
Team was very active in the lane against Springfield. The big three all just had a huge night. 27 free throws attempts, which kind of tells you how aggressive that the team was, and they out-rebounded Springfield 46-32.
Yeah,
kind of back to where we needed to be.
Yeah, that's where it's all at. Like we said coming into the season, the only question mark that we had is, one, our tendency of our big girls not to block out, just to reach, to be out-called, rebounding. That doesn't always work out for you. They still need to work on that. I'm sure Coach Stein's got them every day doing box-out drills and stuff. And then our youth in the front court, or the back court, my bad. Our two guards, they're sophomore freshmen. They're just going to have to grow up, and it's getting closer and closer. Next week is the district tournament.
Yeah, we're right here.
And everybody doesn't go to the regional now anymore, right? If you got,
that's right.
That's huge.
Only the top four will go to the regionals, and there's 6 in our district. Yeah, and we got
6 in our district. So having a big district's huge. I know I talked about on one of the shows that one district down towards Nashville has decided they're not going to play a district tournament. They're going right to region. I think they're doing it because they only have 4 teams. Because there's a lot of districts that do that, have 4 teams.
Yep.
But in something like this, if you ended up doing that, I guess you would just regular season top 4.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not doing that this year, so we're not even worried about it.
And there'd be a lot of tiebreaker scenarios involved in that. There would be a lot
going on.
Like that.
But it's not happening this year. We need to finish in the top 2 seeds, so we're guaranteed to play in the district tournament, especially since it's here.
Right.
You know, it's real easy to volunteer to host a tournament when you're playing in it, but when you get eliminated, it's harder to get volunteers.
Well, that's how Portland got a regional tournament a couple of years ago, was that the other district had no teams in the girls portion of it that was in the Final Four.
Right.
And so it got moved here because everybody was in District 9. There's no doubt about who the player of the game was Saturday, Coach. Gorchek Moot with a huge double-double, 27 points, 16 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks. She's getting to where she can almost be. The only person that's been able to stop Gorchek in the last couple of weeks has been Gorchek and Winter Storm Fern.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, she's stepped up. But I think the whole team stepped up. Paul, she can get in the groove really quick. Her offensive game has gotten to the point that I actually think that she ought to get some looks somewhere in college. You know, you can't coach the length that she has. You can't coach the athleticism she has. She's definitely at some level a college basketball player, I believe. You know, and that's by watching years of basketball on a high school level. You know, can she go to the University of Tennessee? Probably not. But she can go somewhere. And it's interesting to know if anybody's reaching out to her. If not, hopefully our coaches are reaching out to other people. But she's good. And then, you know, Bradley, she's the key. I mean, for years, we didn't have an inside post. Somebody who will just stand there and make sure easy rebounds come out. And we fixed that 2 years ago. Then last year we had a double-edged sword in there doing it. Kieva had to take over all the rebounding, so to speak, as far as taking up space. this year. She does an excellent job. She's the one girl on the team that if I had to pick a fight with, I wouldn't do it. Because you got to be tough to sit in there and bang around and get hit. You know, you get hit more times than not that don't get called fouls. You got to give it too. You can't just take it. She's a tough, tough cookie, and we really need her big time. So, you know, it is just the way. That's the way we got to do it.
Additional props to Kieva for Saturday's game, and she also had a double-double, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Nylock Paul had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Going up tonight against Station Camp. This is our first look at Station Camp this season, Coach, and this will be the first of 2 games that we'll play against them in 6 days as we go up against them again next Monday, as that'll be the last game of the regular season. Coming in tonight, the overall record of 16-5, 3-2 in the district. They've got 2 wins over Gallatin, wins over Westmoreland and White House. Both district losses were to Liberty Creek, who we know how powerful Liberty Creek Lady Wolves are, and they're currently undefeated. They've actually given the Panthers their only loss in the district. Sitting at 3rd place, 1.5 games behind the Lady Panthers. Too many times when these 2 teams meet, you know it's going to be a close game. You know it's going to be a battle. It was announced. We was wondering after Story Russell had went out with that leg injury Saturday. They did say she will not be playing tonight, but waiting on some more x-rays. It could be a little worse than what they actually thought, but definitely for tonight, she'll not be in the game. And that's a big deal. I mean, that's she starts some, she's 6-man some games. You take that out of the equation, and somebody else is going to have to step up.
Yeah, we got a starting 6, and she's one of the starting 6. That's just the way it is. Be it that she gets in on the floor announced or come in a little while, she's one of the 6. So anytime you lose that, we're not real deep. So anytime you lose one of your players that contribute to the minutes, it hurts.
Yeah.
So we'll see. She's got a big walking boot on. I don't even know what they think it is. I haven't heard. Do they think it's a high sprain?
Well, they're hoping it's just a sprain, but they're going to do some x-rays because they're afraid she may have broken a bone in her foot or in her ankle.
So one of the young ones is going to have to step up and fill in and give some minutes for her. I know the Lindsay, I don't know if she's quite ready to be in that role yet, because defensively I think she is, but offensively she's still got a little bit of growing up to do. So they're probably just going to have to go what they're going with. They're just going to have to do more minutes.
Right, and you know Morgan Sales has been getting more minutes the past 3 games, I'd say, that we played.
Right, in Charlotte.
And having Morgan come in there, I think that kind of comforts Coach Stein a little bit, knowing, hey, Morgan's been able to do the job since we came back from the weather break.
Right.
And so I think that'll help. Like you said, Lindsay may get more time and have to show
maybe
how
the
things.
Defensive stopper kind of deal.
Abigail Sanders could come into the game a little bit more than she normally does, and just to, you worry about foul trouble, of course, because that would help you hurt you in that area. But girls have done an outstanding job. You think of the last 2 years, seemed like there was always foul trouble in every game that you had to work around, and I hope I'm not jinxing it. They have done an outstanding job this year as a whole of not letting themselves get in foul trouble. If they do pick up that second foul in the first half, Coach Stein and the players have done a good job of milking time off and trying to get to halftime without getting that third foul. They've done an excellent job on that. So you got to kind of hope that keeps up.
Right, and what's irritating is a lot of times they pick up the second and third foul reaching.
Yeah.
Not really trying to, I mean, they're always trying to make the play.
In a trap.
In trap, yeah, they've got them all trapped up. They got no place to go, and then they reach in. Mm-hmm. And just stuff like that. And I think age has helped with that a lot, too. They're understanding we've got them in the situation that we need them. That's what, they're not trying to steal the ball. They're trying to get a bad pass or a 5-second count. And I think they're finally learning that, so that's going to be good for them moving forward to stay there, because we're not very deep. We can't afford to have the foul.
And I will mention before tip-off, I think they are. Now, we see Story Russell now. She's in a boot on that right leg. But I did hear they were going to try to get her a start. Tonight's senior night. So try to get her on the court somehow. for the tip-off, and then who knows, timeout, I don't know. We've kind of seen stuff like that before and try to give her an opportunity to kind of recognize her, this being senior night.
Yeah, that would be on the station camp coach's side.
Right.
And that one is they got a great coach.
Oh, she's outstanding.
So that's going to be tough as far as the game, but I think part of being a great coach is you get kind of comfortable about doing stuff favors for people.
Yeah.
So I don't think she'll have a hard time doing it.
Not only, I think her and Coach Snyder are they're very good together. So I'll tell you what, John, we're going to go ahead and go down to courtside, and we'll hand it over to our public address announcer, Michael Carter, for the starting of the national anthem and the starting lineups.
Welcome to Portland High School, home of the Panthers, for tonight's basketball matchup between the visiting Station Camp Bison and your Portland Panthers. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. It's senior night for the Panthers. Senior recognition ceremony will take place at the conclusion of tonight's girls' game, right before the boys' matchup. It's time to meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lady Bison. 00, Gabby Reach. Number 5, Bryn Schmidt. Number 14, Colby Jackson. Number 22, Baylor Ayers. Number 23, Braylon Webster.
I don't think that's right.
And now, Panther Nation, get on your feet and make some noise as we introduce the starting 5 for your Lady Panthers. Starting at point guard, a sophomore, wearing number 12, Addison McElvey. Starting at forward, a junior, number 24, Goychek Boone. Starting at forward, a senior, number 23, Nylon Paul. Starting at guard, a senior, wearing 00, Story Russell. And starting at center, a senior, number 31, Kieva Bradley. The Lady Panthers are led by assistant coaches Misty Brown and Brianna Gillen, and the head coach, Scott Steinbrecker.
So we heard in the starting lineups their Story will be starting. So we'll kind of see how they play this out. But That's pretty cool that they'll do that.
I can tell you that the boys' game, you're going to see Avery start also. So
You get him in there, though, he may not come back out. The whistle may not help any. Girls get around the center circle. It's going to be Bryn Schmidt, the senior, going up against Gorchek Moot. Panthers are wearing their pink outfits tonight, pink with black with dark purple numbering, white trim around that. So we get set for tip-off. Ball is in the air, and they'll tip it to Addison McKelvey. She'll lob it down to Russell. Russell will take a dribble, and she'll take the little layup shot. And so they allowed Story Russell to score for her senior night, and Station Camp will throw it in and quickly lob it to the other end. And Baylor Ayers will turn around an uncontested layup. So we get it all tied up 2-2. Stoppage in play as Story will come out, and Madison Mays will come in to help play that guard position. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So we have 2-2. And Story gets on the score sheet with a broken ankle.
I gave it to Kieva accidentally.
As we said, that unforced error turnover by the Lady Panthers gives it to Station Camp. Station Camp wearing white jerseys with black trim and numbering. Oman cross half court, dribbles to her left-hand side, baseline, gets double teamed, throws it out front to Jackson for the three. It's short. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Station Camp.
Good job by Paul just blocking out and letting it go.
Panthers going left to right here in this basketball game. It'll be McKelvey. Bradley at the top of the key gives it to Gorchek. Back to McKelvey. Very little dribbling going on with the Lady Panthers. Pass, McKelvey finally one dribble to the baseline. Tries to get an entry pass into Paul's. Not going to get there. Station Camp now trying to take a lead here early on in this basketball game.
It was a good pass. It just got away on her.
Ullman goes down the lane, gets it rejected, but it'll stay with the Lady Bison.
Moot with a block there.
Ayers tries to get it into the paint, gets tipped. Station Camp able to keep possession before it goes out of bounds. Jackson picks up her dribble at the top of the key, guarded heavily by Paul. Gives it over to Ayers. Down low to Schmidt. Schmidt takes a couple of dribbles, turns around, fade away, and the left-hander makes a nice shot in the paint with a hand in the face. Station Camp takes their first lead of the night, 4-2. 6:14 remaining here in the opening quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers underneath their own basket. No, they'll say travel call on the Panthers. We'll take that one down. Write that one down. Station Camp with the basketball. Ullman to Reach. Reach gives it to Schmidt. Back out on top to Ayers. Over in the corners. Ullman cross court to Jackson for a corner three. Off the mark. Rebound by Bradley.
She did a great job of blocking out first and going for the rebound.
McKelvey lobs it over to Mays. Mays goes back door to Moot, wide open for a layup.
It's a nice play. Mays did a great job of setting that up, giving a good feed.
Score's tied up again, 4-all. 5.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Senior night. Game against number 2 and number 3 in the district right now. Jackson picked up her dribble. Paul tried to bum rush, and she's going to get called for the reach in. That's a tough foul call on Nylock. Got just a little too aggressive.
Yeah, that was her MO sometimes. She had her player stop, but she just kept coming in closer and closer. She doesn't need to do that.
First foul on Paul, first team foul, first game foul. As Ullman goes down the lane on the left-hand side and misses the layup. Rebound goes to Lady Panthers. Into the front court is McKelvey. Left-hand side, into the lane. Shot is up, tipped out.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess girls don't do charges, but on that play right there it was a perfect. Just step down, you had a charge because she was totally out of control.
Inbounds to Moot for a three, and it goes in.
24, good check. Boom.
Quick
Hey, I
three
did
from
good.
the inbounds. Go
I'm
ahead.
learning to stack the numbers on top of each other.
Trying to help you out there. Jackson on the baseline. Gets it up to Reach. Out of bounds, loose ball. It will go to the Lady Panthers. 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. Portland with a 3-point lead and possession of the basketball. Moot, right slot area. Bradley into the paint, gives it back to Paul for a three. Off the mark, picked up by Station Camp.
I'd like to see Bradley turn around and drive on that one.
Ullman bounce pass to Schmidt. Out front to Reach. Back over to Jackson. The junior backs it up. Throws it over to Ayers. Schmidt tries to go in the lane, doesn't get going for traveling. Picked off by Moot. 1v1. Moot takes it all away, gets fouled.
Bradley did a great job of cutting Schmidt off, trying to drive to the go. And that's what set that whole turnover up.
Gorchek, who had such a strong start from the free throw line at the beginning of the season, hit a lull. She has now got her percentage back up above 70% as she makes the first one.
And it's interesting to watch how they're going to let Kieva play down there low because they're banging. A minute ago, Schmidt was laying on the ground.
2 for 2, Gorchek Moot from the line. Panthers now up their lead 9-4, 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Lila England in the game for Coach Jackson, the Station Camp. Gets it into the paint to Schmidt.
Nice block.
She gets blocked by Bradley, but Bradley drug her foot trying to get the outlet pass out there. Turnover go right back to Station Camp.
She'll get that. She doesn't need to step to make the outlet pass. She can do it flat-footed.
England will inbound from the baseline. Gets it over to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles once into the paint, throws it back out on top of Ullman. Flips over to Jackson. 3:25 to go here in the first quarter. A 5-point lead for Portland. Jackson dishes it off to Ullman. Bradley tries to get the steal. Ullman falls down, and that'll be a traveling violation on Station Camp.
Great defense again by Bradley.
Senior center forces the turnover. McKelvey slowing down the offense. Man-to-man defense up against Station Camp. Mays, top of the key, gets it over to Bradley. Back on top to McKelvey. Dribbles over to the left elbow. Off to Mays for a three. No good. And Jackson will push it to the front court. Over to England. England goes baseline. Bounce pass to Smith, who'll take one from 10 feet away off the mark. The Lady Panthers look to extend this 5-point lead, 9-4. 2.5 to go here in the first. Mays takes a step inside the three, takes a shot, doesn't go in, out of bounds. It'll stay with Lady Panthers.
Yeah, she'll find her rhythm. She had 2 shots in a row that just couldn't find the rim at all. But she'll gather it up.
Morgan Sales will come in for Mays. First substitution for Coach Stein, unless you want to count the Story Russell. Pass is too hot going into the lane, out of bounds.
That was a nice play, though. She threw it too high, like you said.
Paul had her defender sealed off.
She did. It was a great
play. The lob
play.
just didn't get there. England to the left, cut off by Mays. Gets around again, picks up her dribble. Steal by Bradley. Bradley into the front court, gets around Jackson. Loses the basketball, but gets it back. Panthers will have to start it over. 3 on the way from the front. Paul makes it. Timeout is called by Station Camp. We'll take a break. Panthers have an 8-point lead. You're listening to the Portland Sports Network.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
Remaining in the first quarter, timeout called by Station Camp. Why? Because the Lady Panthers are on a 10-0 run, thanks to a three by Gorchek Moot and Nylock Paul. 7 points so far here in the first quarter for Moot. 12-4 Portland leads. Station Camp with possession of the basketball. Station Camp will initiate the offense on the left-hand side of the court. England picked up her dribble. McKelvey takes it away from her up to the other end. Gets her shot blocked, but she taps it over to Moot. Moot misses the bunny over to Jackson, and Station Camp has a layup on the other end. Oh, and she misses it. I think Bradley screaming from behind her had something to do with that. Pass down into Bradley, gets knocked away, picked up by Jackson. Bradley tries to take it away, and we'll get our first held ball situation. You got to like the aggressiveness of Kieva Bradley so far at the beginning, the outset of this basketball game.
Yeah, she's been all over the floor. She looks like a different player. Not that she's not been good, but she's really on fire this first quarter here.
Emmeline Gregory will come in for England. Freshman coming in for freshman for Station Camp. 12-4, your Lady Panthers lead. Ullman from the left-hand side. Gets it over to Gregory. Corner three goes in.
Three-pointer, number 10, Emmeline Gregory.
That breaks the scoring drought for Station Camps. Now 12-7. Sales to Paul. Paul goes baseline, backs it up. Tries to throw it to the cross corner, gets knocked out of bounds. Station Camp, they've been watching game film. They knew that pass was coming.
Yeah, that didn't surprise anybody.
McKelvey will inbounds. Nobody in the paint. Screen the screener. Out comes Moot. Takes a three. Off the mark. Long rebound will go to Station Camp. As Schmidt tries to get control of it. Finally does. Gets it over to Ullman, flashing in the lane. Shot is up. Off the rim. And McKelvey with 36 seconds to go. We'll get the offensive going again. Bounce pass over to Bradley. Tipped over to Moot. Moot goes baseline. Other side of the basket. Tips it out to Paul for a three. No good. 23 seconds to go. Station Camp will have a chance for another shot. Paul picks Jackson up at midcourt. Jackson goes baseline. Over to Gregory for another three. That one doesn't go in. 10 seconds remaining. Lady Panthers with the basketball up to the front court is Paul. Overshoots Bradley. Streaking to the basket. 5.2 seconds to go. Station Camp with one more shot at the basket.
Yeah, it's just too much adrenaline going on. Two passes, had two easy layups. We threw it way too high.
Mays comes back in. Moot will sit for the final 4.2 seconds. Inbounds to Ole. 3 seconds. 1 second. Takes a shot from three. Doesn't go in. At the end of one, it's Portland 12, Station Camp 7. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Gorchek Moot with 7 points in that first quarter for the Lady Panthers to give Portland a 12-7 lead over Station Camp. Portland currently ahead of Station Camp in the standings with only 1 loss. Station Camp has 2. Portland will start on offense here in the second quarter. It'll be Sales, Bradley, Mays, and Paul. And Bailey Sharklet will start this second quarter for Coach Stein. Triple handoff to Sales, over to Bradley. Bradley's going to go down the lane, tips it out front to Mays for the 3, off the front of the rim. Bradley gets the rebound, but then gets held up. Possession arrow go to Station Camp.
Yeah, she had a chance to get it cleared, but they double teamed her really quick and tied it up.
Kobe Jackson met at midcourt by Nylock Paul. Takes a screen to get away from her, but they're going to call a moving screen against Station Camp. That's a good call by the ref on that one.
Foul call number 35, Jada Swiggle. That'll be her first.
That's one good way of getting Nylock Paul out of the situation.
I agree.
Mays, no one's coming back to help for the inbounds. Finally, Mays gets it over to Sales. Sales gives it right back to Mays. McKelvey looking at the defense, gives it over to Sales. She'll flip it up to Sharklet. Sharklet looks inside to Bradley, doesn't get it to her. Mays takes the pass. Sales back to Mays, over to Sharklet. 4 out, 1 in for the Panthers as Bradley taking the high post, low post area. Sharklet lobs it into Bradley. Bradley gets pushed from behind.
Good job. Get those fouls racked up.
Sharklet wanted to make that pass the last go around and didn't do it. Decided to go ahead and trust the senior on that one. Substitutions for Coach Stein.
Yeah, a lot of it's just getting comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Not being afraid to make a mistake.
Bradley and Sales will take a seat. In comes McKelvey and Moot. McKelvey with the basketball, guarded by Reach. Throws it over to Mays. Nice little behind the back dribble. Over to McKelvey. She makes a 3. 3 threes on the night for the Lady Panthers. It's now 15-7.
What I like about Mays is when she dribbles, 7 out of 10 dribbles.
Turnover by the Lady Panthers. Ball is loose.
They're going to call her for a
And
walk.
what they'll call here, held ball. I thought they was going to call a walk because
Yeah,
she was laying on the ground and stood up with the ball. I agree.
But I like Mays when you watch her dribble, she goes straight hand down. Straight. Every now and then she'll do the little palm that everybody does, but she dribbles 9 times out of 10 straight down hard. That's really good technique.
Dribble handoff to Moot. Moot spins in the lane. Shot goes up, gets fouled. Gorchek will go to the line for 2.
Pretty impressive move.
John, me and you couldn't have stopped that one.
I couldn't have for sure, unless I tripped her on the way in.
That would have been my only defense.
Foul number 5, Graham Schmidt. That'll be her first and the third team foul.
Emmeline Gregory comes back in for Station Camp. Gabriella Reach will sit for Coach Jackson. Inbounds from the baseline for the Lady Panthers. Over to Moot. 3 from the corner. Off the mark. Offensive rebound to McKelvey. She knocks it out of bounds off the Station Camp player.
It's good hustle by her. I think it hit Sharklet and trickled over to her, but she did a good job. Very heads up.
Bradley back in. Sharklet will take a seat. Inbounds in the paint to Bradley. Too many white jerseys. Picked up by Mays. Shot is affected. It's a little short. Station Camp gets the loose rebound. Paul's going to do a little back checking. Tries to get a turnover on Jackson. Jackson does a good job, except there when she threw it way out of bounds.
Oh!
Excuse me, they'll say last touch by the long arms of Gorchek Moot. Coach Stein says, are you sure about that? I
Yeah,
think.
Coach Stein was just saying just to ask somebody.
Oh, and the Lady Panthers weren't set. Referee gave the ball in to the Station Camp player. She bounced past a layup for Station Camp as we weren't ready for that. Everybody was looking at the referees.
Well, all Coach Stein was saying is ask a partner, which is what you should do if you're a decent ref, but he refused.
Entry pass
Nice
to move.
move.
Nice up and under and a layup.
You know, that's when a referee makes it about him instead of the kids that he's refereeing.
Jackson lobs over to Ullman. Ullman gives it to Gregory. Back to Ullman for the three. That was no good. Station Camp with the rebound. Foul on the putback.
I'm
Brian
hoping they
Smith will
call
go
that
the free
on
throw
McKelvey.
line.
Foul called for 31, Kieva Bradley.
They will give that one to Bradley, her first one of the night.
What hand are you supposed to put up first? You're a basketball guy. When you're looking at which
Far as numbers?
Yeah, right, left, right.
Well, if he's facing that way, then the first number will be on our right side.
This side?
Yeah. But if you're, I'm not going to get in that
I'm just wondering.
Basketball Station Camp. 17-11 is your score. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Paul gets around her defender, over to Moot. Moot fakes the three, jumps into the lane, and gets tripped, pushed, held.
Paul should have went ahead and took that in.
That's
She had a wide open look.
That's the fourth team foul. Station Camp with 5:01 to go here in the first half. A 6-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Inboundings. Oh, they didn't see Mays in the corner. Jackson was able to recover, knocked it out of bounds. We'll start it over here on this side, underneath the basket. McKelvey lobs it up to Moot. She'll give it out to Paul. Back over to McKelvey for a three. Doesn't get it. Offensive rebound, Bradley. She goes other side of the basket. There's nothing there. Tries to throw it out on top to Paul. And when Paul touches it, that will be an over and back situation.
Yeah, we found one thing we definitely need to work on at practice, and that's some of our passes are a little bit too hot to handle.
Station Camp will inbounds underneath their own basket. Lob out on front to Jackson. And again, they call that moving screen. Station Camp, Lady Bison not getting set in time.
I'm not sure she was even wanting.
Not sure she was screening and just running over to her spot.
Yeah, not that it matters, but.
Contact was made. I guess that's what. 4:35 to go here in the second quarter. 17-11, Portland leads here on senior night. They'll have the senior recognition moment in between the girls and the boys game. McKelvey, top of the key, takes it. Boom. Addie McKelvey with her second three of the night. 20-11 is your score.
See, I like that look. I like Mays at point, McKelvey at that shooting guard.
Ball is almost thrown away by Station Camp. Saved by Gregory. Gets it out to Ullman. Top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Gives it over to Jackson. Back to Gregory. Ullman. Gets trapped over towards the midline. Tries to throw it away, and she does throw it away. Gives it to Paul. Paul goes down for the layup.
Very good defense. Didn't reach, make fouls. Let them make bad pass. That's what you do.
A double-digit lead now for Portland, 22-11. Spin move in the lane for Station Camp is no good, but they'll call a defensive foul on Portland.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'll be...
Foul call number 3, Madison Mays. It's her first and the second. Team foul, number 35, Taylor.
That's the first foul on Madison Mays.
I thought she spun away and just went into. I don't know what he's seen. I didn't think there was a foul there.
That'll send Slagle to the free throw line for Station Camp. 2 freshmen on the court for Coach Jackson's team. Slagle makes that one. Substitution for Coach Stein. Sales will come in for Mays.
Checking in for the Lady Panthers.
3:16 to go here in the first half. Bradley comes out, takes the pass, gives it over to Moot. Back to Sales. Sales entry pass to Paul. Paul has position, turns around, doesn't get the shot. That's a good play. That's a good set. Just didn't go in.
Right. You got to work on getting used to that contact just a little bit because you're going to get it down there.
Reach takes one straight away, rolls off the rim.
Sales with a good rebound there.
Bradley thought about taking the three, doesn't. Dribbles it once, takes the three, and it goes in. They dared her to shoot it, and she showed them what she could do. Long three by Station Camp doesn't go in. Out of bounds, last touch by the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if we can get the way Mays and McKelvey's playing so far this game, get them to keep doing what they're doing, and our three-headed monster, we can be dangerous down the stretch.
Inbound shot on the way from Station Camp, no good. Moot with the rebound. 13-point lead, Panthers with the basketball, 2:10 to go here in the first half. Bradley thought about taking the three again. They was going to let her have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll let her have it all night long.
McKelvey goes to the left-hand side, but she dishes it to Moot. Moot finds Bradley underneath for the layup. Bradley with 5 points on the night. Is now 27-12. Gregory with a three from the corner, in, out, back in.
3 points for number 10.
Second three for Gregory tonight. She has 6 points in the game. A minute 25 to go here in the first half. 27-15. Here's your score. Lady Panthers. A win tonight gives them a little cushion between the second and the third place positioning. Sales to Bradley. Bradley goes to the elbow, spins, back out to Sales.
She walked, but they didn't call it. She walked there for sure.
And ball goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Lady Panthers. They'll give it to Station Camp. And Mays will come in for Sales.
She just get her feet under her. It's a different playing sub.
Yeah, Coach Stein stopped her. He's the one to calm down his junior. She's doing good. Turnover stolen by Bradley again.
Oh,
and Bradley gets pushed.
It's absolutely a technical foul. Yeah, she pushed her in the back. That's got to be a technical foul.
All right, all three referees are huddling up, and they asked John what he thought about it. And yes.
That's so bad. There's just no point in ever doing that.
Intentional foul called on Station Camp. Will give 2 free throws and possession of the basketball for Kieva Bradley. Kieva shooting right at 50% from the free throw line. And I don't know, it may be 4 fouls because you got the 2 for her getting fouled, and then you should have the 2 technicals, right?
She'll get 4 shots.
Right.
Yeah. And then the player gets 2 fouls, right? Isn't the technical count as 2? You know what, man? I like tough play.
Well, I don't know that they call it a technical. They call it an intentional foul. I don't know if that's the same thing.
It ought to be.
So,
that's worse than a technical foul. You shoved her in the back when she was going up for a layup, for goodness sake.
So I was incorrect, John.
Yeah, I thought we'd get shots and shots. And they got 5 fouls, right?
Now they've stopped playing. They're having a discussion. Coach Stein is a little confused.
Yeah, the 2 technical shots she just hit, and then the foul on her, and we got 5 fouls, so she's on the line, right?
We will be inbounding from the baseline. That's the confusion on my part. Because we are in the bonus situation. But to me, that was a shooting foul.
Yeah, she was going up for a layup and got hammered.
I guess there wasn't technical fouls. There was just, I don't know.
I don't know what it was.
I think,
wow.
Good job. Entry pass to Paul. Paul turns around and makes a short jumper.
See, Paul can play, man.
We'll talk about it later.
That was a walk.
Baseline goes angling. Misses a shot, picked up by the Panthers. 31-15 is the lead with 20 seconds to go. Ball tipped out.
She's got to dribble with her head up
by
a little
Station
longer.
Camp. John, I think what it was is intentional foul like that, we only get possession, not free throws. So I'm going to say those 2 free throws were for the shot.
Okay.
And then we got possession of the basketball.
I believe you. I just know McKelvey's got to look up sooner because we had a wide open player. Nice
lob down over the defender to Bradley, and she gets fouled on the shot. And that'll send Kieva to the free throw line. 13 and a half seconds to go. A 16-point lead. I think it's the pink jerseys, Coach.
Well, that made her mad, so she pushed us?
That's just...
I thought it was supposed to make you nicer. Oh.
Well, we're living in bizarro world. Ariel Lindsay will make her first appearance in the game. She'll come in for Paul. 13 seconds to go. Kieva missed the first free throw. She gets set for the second one. On the way, it's good. 32-16, 10 seconds remaining. Jackson tries to go into the lane, dishes it out to Ullman. Ullman takes one with 5 seconds to go, doesn't go in. Offensive rebound. Bradley tries to throw it up ahead. Station Camp intercepts, does get the shot off before the buzzer, but does not go in. Lady Panthers in the quarter strong. They go into the half with a 17-point lead. It's Portland 32, Station Camp 15.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com, and remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
time and senior recognition night here at Portland High School Gymnasium. Lady Panthers lead Station Camp by a score of 32-15, outscoring the Lady Bison 20-8 in that second quarter. Everything seems to be going right for Coach Stein and his team. Steals, elite passes, threes. Portland's playing as well now as they have all season, John.
Yeah, they look pretty darn good because you got to think Station Camp's a formidable foe. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know who came in here was bad, but East Rob.
Yeah, they're 16-5 on
right,
the season.
That's a formidable record. That means you're a good basketball team. And at this point, knock on wood, they're destroying them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just having their way with them for sure. Now, you know, sometimes teams come out the second half and act like they never were here in the first place. So hopefully that won't happen. I'm sure Coach Stein will push them to their fullest potential to make sure that doesn't happen. But, yeah, they look absolutely phenomenal right now.
What helps by having this big lead, Station Camp likes to run that set offense. They like to run that time off the clock. And when you're down by 17, you got to get down there and you got to score some buckets.
Yeah, you got to rush it.
That could put a little bit of pressure on Station Camp's offense and maybe even cause a few more turnovers and give Panthers some more chances to run.
And our trapping and stuff already pressures them a little bit. So that's going to a double rush there. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Coach, looking at the stats, the big three are really doing it tonight for us.
They are, but even McKelvey, she's got 6, 2 3-pointers. They really kind of split it out a little bit. Paul's got 7, Moot's got 9, Bradley's got 8, Russell's got 2, which was the gimme to start the game. We're 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Rebounds, McKelvey with 4, Paul with 1, Moot with 3, Bradley with 5, Sells with 1. Steals, McKelvey, Paul, Moot all with 1, Bradley with 2. Block shots, Moot and Bradley each with 1. Assist, Mace with 2, McKelvey with 2, Moot with 2, Paul with 1. And turnovers, a little higher than you want, 9. But it just seemed like it wasn't that many. It was kind of weird the way they fit in.
Well,
and 3 of them were wide open passes that we missed. So take those off, and that's probably going to translate into 6 points right there. So it could even be worse than it is.
Yeah, I mentioned elite passes, which we did see some good passing, but you're right. They had some kind of easy passes that they let.
That's true, but
they let it sail on them.
I'm not talking down, but for girls, normally what you see at the high school level, those were big-time attempt passes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were trying to throw that ball hard with some conviction and get it in some top spots.
That's a good point.
So, you know, their passes on a scale to 1 to 10 is in the 8-9 area, where normally you coach at the 2-3 area. So I mean, that's, you got to give them some credit there. They're very stretching, but they've had some unbelievable passes. I'm going to tell you flat out, if you like basketball and you haven't came to the girls basketball and watched these girls play, you don't know what you're missing. They're really good. They're general. I've lived here since, I don't know, my wife can tell me in a minute, I'm terrible at times, since my son was like 2 or 3. We moved here on purpose. We picked Portland to raise our son in, and we're proud that we did. But I've watched a lot of girls basketball up here. There's a lot of good girls basketball players we've had up here, but as a group, we've never had a group like this. These girls are fun to watch. They're athletic, they're long, they can shoot, they can play defense. They need to work on their rebounding, blocking out just a tad, and our youngsters are stepping up at our 1-2 positions. So I'm real impressed. Like I said, if you haven't come watch them play, you need to. Because you don't know what you're missing.
We'll take a short pause. We'll come back and get ready for second half action. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new Hat Bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Lady Panthers will be on defense as we'll flip the field.
Hey, quick shout out to one of my summer players, Michael Hassel, Franklin Road Academy. Went down there today to watch him do his signing of his scholarship with East Tennessee State University. He's going to go play football and possibly baseball as well. They're both talking to him.
Paul, Moot, Bradley, McKelvey, and Mays will start for Coach Stein. Jackson turns around and takes a three because she was wide open, but she missed it. So Lady Panthers going right to left now. Chance to extend this big lead that they've got. And you got to think, no slowing down, turnover, and a whistle was blown. We'll see. All right, they're talking to Coach Jackson.
So what's going on here?
I don't know if it's a uniform. Is there blood? Is there... Okay, the player for Station Camp is limping, and they asked her if she was okay.
She looked like she said yes.
Yeah. So I guess they had stopped the clock because they thought there was an injury. Station Camp with the basketball, and John, no slowing down, right? I mean, you got to act like the score is tied.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you do that, if you're trying to turn it on and off, it's going to cause bad habits. You're going to get beat.
Nice move by the junior Kobe Jackson. Got around her defender on the baseline. Was able to hit that short jumper. Station Camp strikes first here in the second half. 32-17 is your score. And it looks like Station Camp has gone to a zone defense. Out to McKelvey over in the corner. Mays with the three off the mark, picked up by Station Camp. Reach.
Yeah, she's just off tonight.
A long three by Reach. Goes in after hitting the front of the rim and then the back of the rim. That was a long shot.
It was.
Gosh. So Reach with her first bucket of the night. Moot over in the slot area, gives it up to McKelvey, back over to Mays.
Good feed, we had a walk here.
Mays caught Moot in the lane. Moot traveled though before she dribbled the basketball.
Yeah, she's out of sync. She's had 2 turnovers here in just a little bit of time. She's got to get locked back into what's going on.
12-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Station Camp with the basketball. Baseline over to Schmidt. Gets blocked by Mays, it seemed like. Offensive rebound, though, will stay with Station Camp. Pump fake by Jackson. Shot on the way. Too long. Moot with the basketball. And she'll try to take it coast to coast. Misses the layup. Out of bounds will go to Station Camp.
Yeah, she looked discombobulated on that layup as well.
Gregory with the basketball for Station Camp. Picks up her dribble. Catches Ullman flashing in the bottom of part of the lane. Gets the pass, turns around, makes the layup.
She just got beat on defense. Coach Stein might ought to call timeout and go, what's up?
A 7-0 run to start the second half. It is now a 10-point lead for Portland, 32-22. And Moot again almost loses the basketball. Drives into the lane, reach-in foul on Station Camp.
Yeah, we kind of looked up there because we were really out of whack.
That foul was called on Gabriella Reach. Bounce pass into Paul into the lane. Her shot is blocked, picked up by Station Camp. Reach back to Ullman. Ullman takes it, gets swatted from behind. Paul says payback. Station Camp, though, keeps possession. Schmidt tries to give it to Ullman on the low block, overshoots the pass, out of bounds to go to the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, Paul says, not on my watch. Boom, get out of here. She's really a good athlete.
10-point lead. Lady Panthers with the basketball. Paul, far slot area. Mays at the free throw line area, but then she swaps with Moot. Mays pops out, swings it over to Paul. Back out on top to Moot.
Oh.
Touch pass, high and low. Moot to Bradley for the layup.
Bradley.
That caught me off guard, Coach.
That was really nice.
Whistle and the foul on the Panthers.
That was a beautiful play.
They'll give that one to Paul. That's her second foul of the game. 4:17 to go here in the third. And with that made free throw by Brent Schmidt, Panthers are up by 11. Second one is good. Timeout is called by Station Camp. Panthers lead is cut to 10. You're listening to the Portland Sports Network.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
A 9-2 run here to start the third quarter for Station Camp. A 9-2 run here to start the third quarter for Station Camp has cut that 17-point lead down to 10 for Portland, up 34-24, 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Lady Panthers with the basketball.
Against a good team, it doesn't take long to make turnover here, turnover there, and all of a sudden it's close.
Mood at the top of the key. Back to Mays. Over to Paul in the near slot area. Gives it to Mays in the paint. She throws it out to Moot. Doesn't take the three. Back to Paul. She thought about the three. Recovery by Jackson. Doesn't get it. Paul gets it in the lane. Turnaround shot. She gets pushed.
I actually thought she got fouled on the floor. The shot wasn't, the block wasn't a foul. It was on the floor. But they're going to call him a shot, I'm guessing.
I believe that's the third foul on Smith.
It'd be nice to get her out of the game. She's the one player I think could take over if not careful.
Paul will get two shots. She gets the first one to go in.
I got 8 for her tonight.
Second one is on the way. That was good. Free throws have been a positive for the Lady Panthers tonight. It's now a 12-point lead. Into the lane goes Jackson, gives it over to Schmidt. Give and go back to Jackson. Turnover picked up by McKelvey. Up ahead to Moot. Moot goes into the paint. Loses the basketball. Last touch by Station Camp.
Yeah, I think Paul got a deflection on that last turnover.
Nylock will inbounds from the baseline. Lobs it over to Moot. A little bit too far. She lobs it right back to Paul. Mishandled last touch by Station Camp. So says the ref. And it'll go to the Lady Panthers.
I just like the way Coach Stein is utilizing our length. It makes sense. You can tell he works on it in practice because a lot of times people aren't real comfortable with that kind of passing.
Moot will take the inbounds but loses the basketball on the floor. And held ball situation. Ball will stay with the Lady Panthers on the possession arrow. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Portland leading 36-24. McKelvey 5-second violation on the inbounds.
She had Mays back here on the other side of 3 all alone the whole time.
Turnover, we give it to Station Camp. Bailey Sharklet will come into the game.
That's one of those things you got to know where your outlet is. You give yourself a count to 3, and then you just get it to your outlet, period.
Moot goes out, gets a little instruction from Coach Stein. Station Camp down by 12, 3:15 remaining. Oman, top of the key. Bounce pass down low, taken away by McKelvey. Throws up ahead to Paul. Paul takes a dribble, takes a shot, goes in.
Number 23, Paul.
That's the impressive part right there is Paul was really caught the ball out of position, but she's so athletic, she still made the shot.
Yeah, I thought she'd put herself underneath the basket too far, but she was able to lean her way back into it. As Station Camp misses a jumper, Panthers now 14-point lead with possession. Lob to the free throw line, back out to McKelvey. McKelvey cross court to Bradley, back out top to Paul. And the Panthers will pass it around the perimeter. 3 on the way. It's good. Madison Mays with her first bucket of the night. Finally goes in from that 3-point area, and now the Panthers have come out. 17-point lead, tied for the most of the night, but quickly.
2 points, number 5.
Brian gets a shot down the lane and makes it 41-26.
Quick shout out to Jennifer Spurgeon listening to the game tonight. Thanks for listening in. Make sure you like us.
Mays tries for another 3. That was too hard off the rim. Rebound by Station Camp. Tipped away by Paul. Tries to save it, doesn't do it, so it'll stay with Station Camp. A minute 49 remaining here in the third quarter. A 15-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Bradley leading the way. For Portland, 3 is missed by Station Camp. Bradley with the rebound. Bradley with 10. Paul with 11 for Coach Tyne. Station Camp picks up at half court, almost causes a turnover for the Panthers. Mays now with the basketball back to Paul. Paul going to play the high point. She's double teamed.
Just backdoor it.
Dribbles her way out of it to the far side. Back out on top, lobs to Bradley. Bradley gives it over to McKelvey. Back to Paul, back to Bradley. Bradley turns around, finds that no one's near her, tries to take it into the lane. It's tipped out over to Mays. She'll take a 3. Doesn't get it. Offensive rebound. Bradley's putback is good.
She wouldn't quit.
Substitution for Station Camp. Not sure how they had a stoppage in play.
They had an injury. Schmidt was on the ground. And then she got up with just enough spunk to tell the referee kind of off without getting a technical. It's kind of hard sometimes. I need to learn from her.
She got hit in the throat.
Under a minute to go in the third. Back to a 17-point lead for Portland. Jackson into the lane, dishes off. Out up front, reach with another 3. Doesn't go in. Offensive rebound, foul on the floor.
Paul went to help her up. She didn't want anything to do with it.
That's the third foul on Nylock. And she'll probably come out, take a seat. Stein unable to get Moot into the game. As play continues for Station Camp, shot from the baseline is no good. Mays picks it up, 27 seconds to go. Bradley still in the backcourt. McKelvey slows it up, over to Mays, 19 seconds. Bradley at the elbow. Back to Paul. Paul holds the basketball, waits for the 5 count. 11 seconds to go. 6 seconds. McKelvey takes a 3. Bottom. At the buzzer, Panthers have their biggest lead of the night at 20. It's 46 Portland, 26 Station Camp. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball.
Station Camp with 26.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Welcome back to Portland High School. Corey Brewer Court, your Lady Panthers in front of Station Camp, 46-26, the end of 3 quarters. Quick shout out to Gorchek Moot being nominated as TSSAA Miss Basketball candidate. I'm not sure how many girls are on the list. It doesn't matter. That's one heck of an honor. I'm wondering if we've ever had that honor before. Plus, I mean, and when I mean ever, I don't even know how long they've been doing Mr. and Miss Basketball. It could be something in the last 30 years, so someone before that could have gotten it. But I don't know. But since I've been here, I don't think anybody's ever gotten that. So that's pretty prestigious honor.
Station Camp with the basketball to start the 4th quarter. A 20-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Number 2 in the district going up against number 3. These two teams will play again next Monday night. That will be the regular season finale at Station Camp High School. This will be Bradley, Mays, McKelvey, Sharklet, and Paul.
I'm going to tell you, 14, she's a mean little old girl. Right then after a timeout, she threw an elbow into Bradley. Even though I had a timeout, I think I'm calling a T on it because you can't throw elbow no matter what.
Station Camp did call a timeout, and we'll keep it right here.
Timeout. Call the Lady Bison.
Our defense is getting under the skin. But that's what defense is supposed to do, is get under people's skin.
Looking at the leading scorers for the season, Moot with 15.7 points per game. Nylock right behind her at 11.6. Kieva Bradley, 9.5 points per game. Kieva leads the team in rebounds. 6.2 rebounds per game. Addison McKelvey shooting 86% from the free throw line. And as we mentioned, Gorchek Moot now above the 70% mark. Story Russell, unfortunately not playing tonight, is your leader from the 3-point line. Free throws so far have been a positive for the Lady Panthers tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We're 7 for 8 at the free throw line.
Hey guys, the TSSAA has been giving out the Miss Basketball Award since 1985. So this will be 41 years.
Good stat. Stat of the day. Station Camp with the basketball. Reach in the far corner gives it up to Jackson. Throws it over to the near side to Gregory, who backs up, shoots the 3, doesn't get it. Mays with the rebound. Mays into the front court. Guarded by Gregory, picks up her dribble, gives it over to McKelvey. McKelvey, heavily guarded by Reach, gets around her, tries to take the floater. Ball is loose, picked up by Station Camp.
Yeah, she needed to pull up about a foot or two before that, and it might have had a chance to go in.
Schmidt sidesteps Moot and gets the shot to go in.
2 points, number 5.
That's a good move.
She's a good basketball player.
Panthers try to throw it up ahead into traffic. Ball is loose. Last touched by the home team. It'll go back to Station Camp.
Number 23, Nylock Paul checking in.
Paul will come back in for Sharklet. Paul with 3 personal fouls. A minute gone in the 4th quarter. Panthers with an 18-point lead. We'll be facing Liberty Creek tomorrow night. And, Coach, I know you're looking forward to that game.
I am, without a doubt.
Jackson's pass is intercepted by Mays, thrown up ahead to Bradley. A little bit too short. Schmidt was able to catch up to it, intercept it, but then she travels after getting the basketball.
Yeah, I like us to run, but we got to run smart. We don't want to turn the ball over. And we got to treat this like it's 0-0. We got to come out of the 4th quarter and win it.
far boundary side inbounds for the Lady Panthers. And it'll go into the backcourt to Mays. Mays brings it up to the front court, dribbles over to the left-hand side, tries to bounce pass into Moot. Station Camp picks it off. Gregory over to Jackson to reach. Back to Jackson. Jackson at the volleyball line, takes a couple of dribbles. Back to reach. Over to Jackson, who curls around to take the three. Doesn't get it. The rebound, Lady Panthers. 6:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Moot kind of did a good job there trying to block out first, then rebound. Her being there kept the rebound from getting cleared by anybody but us.
Moot in the lane, but she dishes it off to McKelvey. Over to Mays for three from straight away. No good. Offensive putback for Nylock Paul.
Great play.
That is 13 for Nylock. Oldman in the lane, gives it up to Schmidt. Schmidt goes baseline. Baseline on the left-hand side, shoots it in with the right hand. Another good move. 48-30 now is your score. Panthers able to break the press. McKelvey, Mays at the free throw line, turns around, uncontested shot, doesn't go in. Gregory this time. Curls away, nothing there. Reach takes that long three. That's her spot, as that almost went in itself. McKelvey gets the rebound, takes it into the front court herself, lobs it over to Paul. Too much air underneath it. Almost intercepted on the court. Coach Stein calls timeout right when Moot gets her hands on it. We'll take a quick break. Lady Panthers up by 18. This is Lady Panther basketball. Want to remind everyone listening in that the Lady Panthers will be back in action tomorrow night right here in PHS Arena. A makeup game against Liberty Creek. A well-hyped rematch as Liberty Creek has given the Lady Panthers their only district defeat of the season. Inbounds for Lady Panthers. Into the corner, they're bringing it out to the top. Paul over to the left-hand side, dribble handoff to McKelvey. McKelvey throws over to Mays. She takes a corner three. Good.
Three-pointer at the three, Madison Mays.
Madison Mays with another three.
She's got a really nice release.
51-30 now is your score. Schmidt into the lane, turnaround shot is good.
2 points, number 5.
You're right, John. She's their mainstay, the senior.
Yeah.
Up ahead, tic-tac-toe, and Schmidt trailing the play, able to tip away the pass. If it wasn't for that, Paul had a wide open layup.
Yeah, Moot's got to do a better job of seeing that coming. Maybe dribble closer on a 2-and-1 trace break.
Paul gets the inbounds. Dribbles to the free throw line. Spin move. Underhanded scoop shot. No good. Bradley with the rebound. Throws it out to Moot. Moot goes into lane. Drives. Shot. Too hard off the glass. Tipped out. Rebound to Mays. She's on the line, though. And that'll give possession over to Station Camp.
It's good hustle. Good job on the offensive rebounds, keeping it alive.
4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 19-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Into the lane goes Slagle. Gives it up to Ullman. Ullman gives it to Schmidt. Schmidt's 10-footer off the mark. Paul with the rebound. And she'll take the dribble it herself. Goes up to Moot. Oh, Moot was a little too far underneath the basket. Bradley gets the offensive rebound. and gets fouled.
If you are escorting a senior in tonight's recognition ceremony, please make your way to the gym lobby at this time.
I didn't think Moot had a chance to get that ball off, but
Jackson, that's her third.
Yeah, she's got to time it just
we
a little bit
underestimated
better.
her again.
Yeah.
Bradley with 2 free throws, misses the first one.
I want to get her one more bucket so we can have 3 people in double figures. And if McKelvey will hit another one, that'll put 4.
Bradley makes that one. Bradley with 13 points on the night. Baseline ball is rejected by Paul. It'll stay with Station Camp.
Yeah, you notice how Coach Stein's not clearing the bench real early tonight. Against a team like this, you clear the bench too early, all of a sudden you're going to look up and it's going to be an 8-point game.
You get that momentum. Foul is called on Station Camp on the inbounds plays. Inbounds play. That's the 4th foul on Jackson. Only the 2nd team foul. But Portland able to have an opportunity to extend this 20-point lead. Backdoor cut Moot. Shot is deflected. Station Camp with the basketball. Schmidt, big part of that defensive play. Gregory, turnover, picked up by Moot. Paul with the basketball, guarded by Oman. 2:53 remaining. Paul to the right-hand side, drives to the basket, makes it.
See, she can play, man. I'm telling you. There's got to be some college somewhere around here, or even not around here, got to be really looking at her.
Moot gets called for the foul on the defensive end on the blocking attempt. That'll send Ella Oman, the senior, to the free throw line.
I know her grades are in order without a doubt. Hopefully the coaches are putting out some feelers.
Oman makes the first one. That's the first foul on the night on Gorchik Moot with 2:34 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Semi-phenomenal.
Bradley and Paul will take a seat. They're probably done for the night as Sharklet and Lindsay will come in. Oman makes the 2nd free throw. 2 substitutions for Coach Jackson.
Yeah, senior night kind of throws you a little bit because it's at the end of the season night. So then, they came out as seniors. I think Coach Stein, that's his way of honoring them. But I don't think the fans really caught on to it, which is no big deal on their part.
Lindsay drives to the basket and makes the bucket. Ariel Lindsay into the scorer's table. Abby Sanders in. Morgan Sales in. And McKelvey is done for the night. And so is Gorchek Moot. Kendall Gregory into the game. 2:08 remaining. Panthers with a 22-point lead. Driving into the lane, Station Camp misses the shot. Sharklet with the rebound. Lindsay will play point guard. Found out the JV team defeated Station Camp earlier today.
The boy, you mean the girls?
The
JV?
girls, yeah. I heard it was a big.
I think the boys JV got beat.
Sanders over to Gregory. Lindsay, top of the key. Dishes off to Sanders for a 3. In and out. How did that not go in? Out of bounds and go to Station Camp. The whole bench jumped up. They thought it was there.
Yeah, it's rattled all the way down and back out.
Station Camp with the basketball down by 22. 90 seconds to go here in this basketball game. An outstanding showing of the Portland Lady Panthers, who are playing their best basketball at the right time of the year. Entry pass down low, turnaround shot, foul. That'll go against Kendall Gregory.
Welcome to the big time. She got popped hard. But it wasn't a foul. I mean, that's what it does. You throw your body up into them.
Slagle will have 2 free throws. First one's too hard off the rim.
Until you get popped a couple times, you just don't realize what it's all about.
Slagle misses the second one. Out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, for some reason we kind of tipped it instead of grab at it.
Annabelle Thompson into the game for Coach Stein. Inbounds into the lane, banked off the rim. Good. Karina Fair also into the game. Gregory goes baseline, bounce pass to Thompson. 3 is on the way. No good. I thought Fair had that one too. Station Camp up ahead to the corner, 46 seconds to go. Down low, turn around, layup, off the mark. Lindsay with the rebound, 40 seconds remaining. Little crossover dribble to shed her defender. Lindsay goes to the right-hand side. Passes to the left. Gregory doesn't take the 3. Dribble handoff to Fair. Fair into the lane. Gets tripped. 13 foul on Station Camp. Will go against Bailey. Excuse me, they give that one to Anglin. Karina Fair to inbound from the baseline. Gives it off to Thompson. Back out on top to Lindsay. 13 seconds remaining. And Lindsay will dribble out the clock. And Station Camp will wave the white flag. 4 seconds remaining. What a victory for the Portland Lady Panthers tonight, as they come away with a resounding win against a formidable opponent. Final score, Portland 56, Station Camp 34. You're listening to Lady Panther Basketball.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
What a statement made by Portland tonight in game one of tonight's doubleheaders. The Lady Panthers defeated Station Camp 56-34. Things are getting set for the senior recognition night, and we'll turn it over to the public address announcer.
He is also a member of FCA and DECA. After graduation, Evan plans to attend Ball State University.
Evan Brown being recognized, the senior for the Panthers.
Tristan is being escorted by his parents, Doug and Jennifer Calvert. Tristan has been a member of the basketball team for 4 years. He is also a 4-year member of the baseball team and a member of DECA. He has been awarded Basketball All-District, Baseball Golden Glove, and the Bulldog Award. After graduation, Tristan plans to attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville and study computer engineering.
Tristan Calvert, who I think Coach Thayer had as a player in his baseball coaching days. Tristan going to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Keelan was awarded All-District Basketball. After graduation, Keelan plans to attend Lindsey Wilson to study criminal justice.
Keelan Dalton just recently announced that he'll be going to Lindsey Wilson College next season on a football scholarship.
Lindsey Wilson University now, I think. I think Thursday's the signing. 1:30.
Nate is also a member of the math team and DECA. After graduation, Nate plans to attend Ball State and then transfer to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville to study nursing.
Nate Honeycutt.
Also representing the boys basketball.
Who can forget? It seemed like he would score 30 every time he stepped foot on Macon County's court.
He is also a member of the
he's sad they're not playing us anymore.
Avery was awarded All-District D-line as well as Mid-State. After graduation, Avery plans to attend Naval Academy and play football, and to obtain a degree in aerospace engineering to become a pilot. He is also Hendon Woodward's godfather.
Avery Hughes, who's dressed out tonight.
Another basketball senior is Wyatt Napier. Wyatt is being escorted by his parents, Trent and Jennifer Napier. He is a 4-year member of the basketball team. Wyatt is also a member of the PHS football team, math team, and DECA. After graduation, Wyatt plans to attend Tennessee Tech for structured engineering. Our next basketball team member is manager Zayer. Xander is being escorted by his parents, Jake and Ashley Callis. He is also a member of the golf team and president of DECA. After graduation, he plans to attend the University of Chattanooga to obtain a bachelor's degree in the science of engineering, physics, and astronomy. Our next basketball senior is Sean Seabrick. Sean is being escorted by his parents, Tim and Tammy Seabrick. Sean is also a member of the PHS football team and track and field team, math team, and DECA. After graduation, Sean plans to attend Ball State, then transfer to the University of Tennessee to study finance. Another basketball senior is Elijah Sidner. Elijah's been escorted by his father to Kenneth Sidner and mother Jennifer Whittemore and stepfather Johnny Whittemore. After graduation, Elijah plans to attend NABC to pursue a career in automotive mechanics. Our next basketball team member is manager Kason Thompson. Kason is being escorted by his parents, Rusty and Kelly Thompson. He has been a basketball manager for 1 year. Kason is also on the PHS golf team. After graduation, Kason plans to attend Eastern Kentucky University and has been accepted into the PGA Golf Management Program, majoring in Marketing Business Administration. Our final member of the boys basketball team is Quentin Totten. Quentin is being escorted by his parents, Lamar and Amy Totten. He has been a member of the basketball team for 4 years. He is also a member of the PHS track team and DECA. After graduation, Quentin plans to attend Volunteer State to study respiratory therapy. Let's give another big round of applause for those members of the PHS boys basketball team.
A lot of kids standing out there. Big senior class for sure. And not just big in numbers, big in stats.
Yeah. 9 seniors from that boys basketball
Next,
team.
we'll introduce our seniors of the girls basketball team. Our first Lady Panther is Serenity Barnes. Serenity is being escorted by her parents, Dale and Rhonda Barnes. She has been a member of the basketball team for 3 years. After graduation, Serenity plans to attend UT Martin to study nursing. Our next senior is Kieva Bradley. Kieva is being escorted by her parents, Marcus Smith and Kimberly Bradley. Kieva has been a member of the basketball team for 3 years. She is also a member of the PHS softball team and flag football team. After graduation, she plans to attend college, majoring in sports medicine and sports media. Our next senior is manager Isabel Curtis. Isabella is being escorted by her parents, Dan and Amy Curtis. Isabella has been a manager for 4 years. She is also a member of HOSA, Beta Club, DECA, National Honor Society, and Panther Nation. After graduating, she plans to attend Ball State to attend nursing school, then become a CRNA. Our next senior is Nalak Paul. Nalak is being escorted by her parents, Juala Paul and Nikon Bull. She has been a 4-year member of the basketball team. She is also a member of the PHS flag football team. Nalak has earned all districts and regions. And after graduation, she plans to attend college to study business. Our next senior is Story Russell. Story is being escorted by her parents, Derek Rich and Miranda Russell. She has been a 4-year member of the basketball team. Story is also a member of the PHS softball team. She has earned all tournament for basketball and softball. After graduation, Story plans to attend Chattanooga State to study to become a teacher and a coach. Our next senior is manager Mikkel Thorpe. Mikkel is being escorted by her parents, William and Mary Hood. She has played basketball for 2 years and has been a manager for 2 years. She is also a member of the PHS softball team and flag football team. Mikkel is the first PHS girl flag football college signee. After graduation, Mikkel plans to attend Lindsey Wilson to play flag football, double majoring in psychology and criminal justice. Our last senior is manager Kelsey Williams. Kelsey is being escorted by her mother, Shelly Williams. Kelsey has been a member of the basketball team for 3 years. Kelsey is also a member of the Leadership Committee, Beta Club, NTHS, HOSA, DECA, and a CTE ambassador. After graduation, Kelsey plans to attend Ball State and major in sonography. Let's have another big round of applause for those members of the Lady Panthers basketball team. And now we will introduce our senior cheerleaders. Our next senior tonight is Adriana Blakemore, a member of the cheer and dance team. Adriana is being escorted by Yasmin Jennings. She is a 3-year member of the cheer team as well as the dance team. Adriana is captain of the dance team. She is also a member of the PHS flag football team, student leadership, HOSA, and DECA. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU or WKU to obtain a bachelor's degree in dental hygiene, partially majoring in English literature. Our next senior is Emma Garrison. Emma is being escorted by her father, J.R. Garrison, and her stepmother, Kara. Her mother, Danielle Tenor, and her stepfather, John Tenor. She has been a member of the cheer team for 3 years. Emma is also on the After graduation, Emma plans to attend Western Kentucky University to pursue a degree in interior design and real estate. Our next cheerleader is Captain Sophia Lee. Sophia is being escorted by her parents, John and Rosario Trout. Sophia is a 4-year member of the cheer team. She is also an FCCLA officer and involved in theater. After graduation, she plans to attend college to earn a degree in theater education. Our next senior cheerleader is Shiloh Luna. Shiloh is being escorted by her parents, Jeremy and Brooke Luna. Shiloh was awarded All-American Cheerleader at UCA camp this past summer. After graduation, she plans to attend ETSU to study biology of natural resources. Our next cheerleader is Captain Molly Matthews. Molly has been escorted by her parents, Russell and Courtney Matthews. Molly has been a member of the cheer team for 4 years. She is involved in cosmetology at PHS. After graduation, Molly plans to get her cosmetology license and then attend college, majoring in diagnostic medical sonography. Our last cheerleader is Allison Whitfield. Allison is being escorted by her parents, Chris and Chrissy Whitfield. She has been a member of the cheer team for 3 years. She is also a member of NTHS. Allison plans to graduate with her cosmetology license and then attend Ball State to get a degree in business. Let's have another big round of applause for our cheerleaders for 2026. And please help us one final time as we show our appreciation for those members of the class of 2026 and their dedication to the programs that they represent.
And we'll be right back. And we'll be talking about the boys basketball game coming up as you're listening to Portland Sports Network.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
I'm Nate Honeycutt.
I'm Quinte Tite.
I'm Keelan Dalton.
I'm Evan Brown.
I'm Tristan Calvert.
This is Coach John Ferguson. It's time for Panther Basketball.
We're getting set for the second half to tonight's doubleheader as the Panthers look to get back on the winning streak against the Station Camp Bison. Let one get away Saturday afternoon, losing to Springfield in overtime by a score of 60-56. At the 4-minute mark of the third, the Panthers led by a score of 42-27. Things got more physical. Springfield battled back, took it to an extra session, able to seal the win on their home court. That's the Panthers' first district loss, snapped a 12-game winning streak. They were outscored 26-13 in the fourth quarter and OT. Don't know if 3 games in 3 days had anything to do with it, but they got to put it behind us.
That's why we're playing tonight.
Huh?
That's why we're playing tonight.
To put that game behind us.
I'm not saying anything. I told you I love this team. So, a loss hurts. It hurts. And, the coaching part of me, got its reasons why, but we're going to put it behind us and not worry about it. As long as we don't get into a funk of what I thought was the problem, we're good to go. Had nothing to do with Coach Ferguson at all. It just, I think, never mind what I think. But anyway, we got to start, like you said, tonight. the re-kick it to go. You don't want any residuals. Basketball, you don't never come into the season saying I'm going undefeated. That's never even a go. If that's a go, you're nuts. You haven't watched basketball. You can't go undefeated. Well, you might could if you got Lou Alcindor or something on your team. But it's just not a go. Your goals, which way do you want to go? State tournament, sectionals, regional, district, a winning season, that kind of stuff. So everything, it didn't kill the season. Everything's still there to go. Hopefully we looked at the film, analyzed where we could have gotten better, and fixed it. It's that simple.
Keelan Dalton, a monster on the court in Robertson County Saturday afternoon. 23 points, 12 rebounds. Trishan Calvert with 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And Quentin Totten had 6 rebounds to go with his 5 points. We left there Saturday tied with first place with Springfield. And we had split the season series. So, literally a virtual tie right there. But then last night, one of the makeup games, Springfield loses unexpectedly to Liberty Creek, falling to 5-2 in the district. All of a sudden, the Panthers are back on top of the standings.
Yeah, I don't know if it was unexpectedly. After the Springfield game, they acted like they won the district championship. They were extremely excited, including coaches. They were all, it was a very emotional win for them. They really went over the top. So that carries over sometimes in the next game. So they were probably flat after the emotional win against us.
Could be. First meeting tonight, first meeting this season against Station Camp High School, coming in a 15-7 record, 3-3 in the district. What's interesting about Station Camp, the first 2/3 of the season, they were on fire, but they've lost 4 of their last 7. And the last game they played was Friday night, and that was a loss to Springfield by a score of 62-58. Found out that game was on TV, John. While we were,
mad. I noticed that.
While we were at our own game, missed that one. That was their second loss against Springfield. First one was a 2 overtime defeat back on January the 20th. They split the season series against White House, and they've got 1 victory over Liberty Creek. Lost 4 senior starters from last season's team. The one that went to the regional finals, I believe it was. All County Seth Bailey, including him, and Ty Thurston, both are not here this year. Usually those Station Camp reloads. They're a well-coached team, can't be overlooked. So you got to think Station Camp's pretty stout. They're right here in the middle of the district standings, and they were probably looking forward to this game, especially after last season whenever we broke the record of winning on their court for the first time ever in men's basketball.
Right. The thing that really surprises me, I don't know, is this a typo? They don't have any seniors on the team. And all junior. They remind me almost of us last year, where we were so young. We had a couple seniors, but, we were basically a junior-oriented team. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. The one kid that I remember from last year, I believe was an Arrington kid. That name rings a bell. Yeah. He's a legitimately really good basketball player. Yeah, so I think the key is guarding him. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but Honeycutt is my guess because he's kind of our defensive stopper. So
interesting you bring that up. We're talking about Honeycutt. How many times the last 2 games we've seen Honeycutt guarding the center on the other team?
Honeycutt is phenomenal.
And he did a very good job Saturday.
Well, the key is he's strong enough to not let him back him down, and he's quick enough that if you're lazy and get that ball under your shoulder, he's got a legitimate chance of getting it. But it's what I said, last game against Springfield, I gave a rundown how I felt about every one of the kids in the starting lineup. And Honeycutt, he's your garbage dude, man. He's not afraid to play defense. He gets scrappy, gets charges. He'll get after anybody. All these kids are intricately important. They're all play a huge role in the success of the team. And what I'm happiest about it looks like to me, they don't care who scores. They just know they do their part defensively, rebounding, charges, and then whoever scores. And that's what a great team is all about. They don't worry about those kind of intangibles. You just can't get ate up about it.
Got to look at the overall picture. Even with Saturday's loss, they have won 16 of the last 18 games. That's pretty impressive.
It is, and one of the losses was, it shouldn't have been a loss, but I'm not going to keep bringing it up. The only reason it bothers me is I don't think we get to play, no, I know for a fact we don't get to play Westmoreland again to prove that it was a fluke.
Yeah.
So during the year when they do their top teams in the county every 2 weeks and crap, they always get a little shout out of us because of that one bad call in the corner over there. Took the ball out of our hands when we had a chance to win the ball game.
We'll say this: the Panthers are getting noticed before the new rankings haven't come out yet. But before Saturday's game, the Panthers were ranked 5th in Class 3A in the state of Tennessee. So there's notoriety, and that takes into account strength of schedule too. So playing good teams, coming out with a good record. I mean, look, we're 19-5 on the season. Going in tonight for our 20th win, so that's pretty important. And if you look at the standings, Portland's on top at 5-1. We got 4 games to go. Everybody's got 10 games to play. So if I go through the standings, you can kind of tell how many games each team has got left. Springfield is right below us at 5-2. Again, if it goes to a tie, who knows? I can't explain to you how far down the tiebreakers are going to go because we split the season series. Station Camp, the team we're playing tonight, right behind them at 3-3. Both Liberty Creek and White House at 3-4. White House has lost 4 games in a row. They were once undefeated. That was going to be a big game before the winter storm hit because we was going to meet White House, both of us with a 3-0 record. That game got canceled. By the time we did reach White House, they had already lost 2 games. We gave them their 3rd loss, and then they lost another one after that. So they're kind of going downhill. Again, we mentioned the other night, they do have injuries that's going on. So they're trying to get those healed up.
He's the key. He's the one who kind of carries their team.
That's right. So they're trying to milk those injuries and not get anybody hurt for the rest of the season. Greenbrier's at 1-6, sitting at the bottom of the way. So the first game tonight of 3 and 4 days is they'll play tonight, tomorrow night, and then again on Friday. So
tournament time. You got to get used to it.
And got to get ready for it. 9 seniors on tonight's team. So you got to wonder which 5 is Coach Ferguson going to choose. It was real interesting, and we haven't really said much about Avery Hughes. He was expected to be a big part of this team before he left with a leg injury during the football season and was considered out for the remainder of the basketball season also for that recovery time. Seeing him come out in his warm-ups, leading the charge, that was pretty special. I think that was a pretty big deal. I think that's going to get everybody kind of energized because he already does the energizing enough as the 3rd assistant coach sitting over there in the first chair in the coaches area.
Yeah, I'm just worried he needs to make sure he takes a chill pill. I mean, he's only, 4 months from surgery? He got hurt, I believe, in October.
Okay.
So he needs to be careful.
Yeah,
he's not quite ready to run the court,
Miguel said he had heard that he's actually going to start tonight, so he
right,
may get 30 seconds of action here.
Yeah, I hope they do just like they did Story Russell because young men tend to get boneheaded at times, and we don't want him to get boneheaded. He's got a great career ahead of him at Naval Academy. He doesn't need to mess up by doing something dumb.
I agree.
Like, does he have a brace on?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to go run down there and just call timeout right off the bat. I go, no, this kid's not doing this without a brace.
They're announcing the starting lineups for Station Camp. We'll give it off to Michael Carter.
Number 3, Benji Prince. Number 4, Connor Arlington. And number 10, Trick Fowler.
They just told Avery was running 100-yard sprints Monday, so he's good.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, I hope his doctor knows what he's doing. I can tell you this. Never mind. I just know Michaels just got off his ACL last year, and I can't imagine his doctor's any worse than
Get on your feet and make some noise as we introduce the starting five for your Portland Panthers. Starting at point guard, a senior wearing number 0, Tristan Calvert. Starting at guard, a senior wearing number 4, Nate Honeycutt. Starting at guard, a senior, number 15, Quentin Taunton. Starting at forward, a senior, number 23, Keelan Dalton. And starting at center, a senior, number 35, he's back, Avery Hughes. The Panthers are led by assistant coaches Thomas Woodward.
Wow, so the starting lineup for Coach Ferguson is going to be Tristan Calvert, Nate Honeycutt, Quentin Totten, Keelan Dalton, and Avery Hughes. Looking in the center circle, Liam Waybright, Aiden Johnson, Connor Arrington, Trip Fowler, and Benji Price. Waybright is going to tip off against Keelan Dalton. We want to thank everyone for listening in from Mitchellville all the way to Cottontown and from Franklin down to South Tunnel. We appreciate you supporting Panther basketball. Referee gets to the center circle. Ball is up in the air. Tip is won by Keelan Dalton. Pass up ahead to Avery Hughes. Misses the two-handed slam. And they give him a chance for the layup. I wonder if the head coach of the Avery football team was a little scared of that one. And Station Camp will get their chance to score a bucket on the other end, and they'll give that opportunity to Trip Fowler. Evan Ferguson comes in for Avery Hughes. 2-2 is your score. And now we'll get back to playing real basketball. Tipped out of bounds for the Panthers. It'll stay with Station Camp. Station Camp wearing their maroon jerseys, gray numbering, gray lettering. Panthers wearing their home whites, purple trim. Inbounds to Totten here in the near slot area. Backs it up, gives it over to Calvert. Zone defense for Station Camp. Calvert goes to the baseline, takes a screen from Dalton, makes the mid-range jumper, and that's the shot we've been talking about, John, that has really, and forgive me for saying it this way, has really looked pretty in the past month.
Yeah, it has. Tristan's worked hard on it. The whole team's worked hard on their 15 and under foot jump shots.
Shot on the way by Station Camp doesn't go in. Rebound by the Panthers. Man-to-man now for the Bison. High screen. Dalton gives Calvert a lane. He doesn't make the shot. Back over to Station Camp. Bounce pass down low. Kicked out by the Panthers.
It was a good drive, but Tristan just didn't have enough spin on it.
Waybright will inbounds for Station Camp. Gives it to Arrington in the near corner. Throws it cross court to Johnson. Johnson dribbles in the lane, hands it off to a defender, tipped out of bounds. It went off Station Camp, so it'll go to Portland.
We'll take it.
4-2, Panthers lead early on here in the first quarter. Huge district mashup between number 1 and number 3. Honeycutt pops out, doesn't take the three straight away. Totten to the far wing. Takes the screen from Dalton. Dalton rolls to the basket, nothing there. Back out on top to Calvert. 5:53 to go here in the first quarter. Baseline Totten. Tries to go up and under. It's not there. Station Camp with the rebound. Pushes it on up ahead to Price. Misses the three. Panthers get the rebound, and the student body section is getting energized.
Yeah, Honeycutt did a good job of getting that ball out, and then an outlet pass before he went out of bounds.
Dalton dishes it out to Honeycutt. Honeycutt tries to feather one in to Totten, but it's too many red jerseys. Station Camp, Arrington flips it over to the left side for the three, in and out. Calvert looking up ahead. Backs it up over to Honeycutt. One-handed pass to Totten, the top of the key, back to Honeycutt. Tries to lob it down to Dalton, a little bit too high. Out of bounds. Turnover goes to Station Camp.
Must be something in the water tonight.
Exactly my thoughts. 4-2, Portland leads. Under 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Waybright in the corner, guarded by Calvert. Honeycutt picks up Arrington. Arrington makes his way to the free throw line, picks up his dribble off the Price for the three. It's good.
Good corner, number 3, Benji Prince.
Excuse me, that's Benji Prince with the three. Calvert calling out the offense. Honeycutt over to Totten, gives it to Ferguson on the far side. Dalton takes a three, uncontested. Bottom. Keelan Dalton. His man left him. He said, I'll take this one. Another three for Station Camp. Off the mark. Calvert chases it down. Totten's going to take his turn at a three. Doesn't go in. The pace has picked up. Panthers hold a 2-point lead, but Station Camp has possession of the basketball.
The quick pace works better for us, I think.
Johnson, top of the key, over to Arrington. Arrington catches Waybright on the far side back cut, but he misses the layup. Ball goes out. They'll give possession to Station Camp.
Yeah, Keelan did a good job. We got a couple guys standing around on that possession for some reason. Keelan tried to keep it going.
Colin Gillespie comes in for Benji Prince for Coach Andrew Perry's team. Inbounds for Station Camp. Out of bounds, we'll redo it again. And Station Camp does a smart thing, throws it into the backcourt. Let's get a head start. Waybright to the right-hand side. Tries to shoot over the defender. Makes the shot. Whistle. That'll send Waybright to the free throw line for an and one.
Yeah, he did a good job keeping his shoulders squared on that contact.
Dalton, that's his first and the first team foul. Number 0, Liam Waybright.
First foul of the night goes to Keelan Dalton. And that will send Waybright to the line to get Station Camp their first lead, and it doesn't happen. Game stays tied at 7. 3:07 to go here in the first quarter.
See, that's where Honeycutt's so smart. He couldn't clear the rebound out, but he tipped it to his wide open Dalton for the rebound.
Honeycutt takes a three. And I have never seen that. The ball rolls around the rim and stays at the top of the rim.
Yeah, that's a first for me, period.
That's great.
I've not seen that. I don't see how it stayed up there. I guess we got that on film to prove it. Jump ball situation is called. Possession hour goes to Station Camp. Quentin Totten will take a seat. In comes in Evan Brown. Stoppage in play.
I've seen many, many wedges just like you have, but I've never seen that.
Never seen it just sit up there. Nothing was holding it. Referee's going to talk to Coach Ferguson, and we'll get our sideline reporter down there to see what's going on. Who would be a good sideline reporter? Mad Dog.
No,
Mad Dog Curtis Marley. You don't think he'd do it?
Avery would. He wants to do it.
Avery's night is done. All right, I think.
I was just told Avery's not supposed to be jumping.
Well, no, duh.
And he's supposed
That's
to have
why
his
I was
brace
so
on.
mad.
Oh, yeah.
I just was. I said, whatever. I'm not his daddy. That's whatever.
Okay,
I
so
care
play
about him.
started without the referee even coming back on the court. And Station Cam gets the layup. Now, I'm not sure if that was right, Coach. The referee was still over there talking to Coach Ferguson, and then play just resumed.
That was Station Camp's play.
The referee went and talked to Dr. Woods. Dr. Woods is now walking slowly. I don't know if he's coming over here to the student section.
So Station Camp gets their first lead at the 2:20 mark. Oh, backdoor cut by Calvert, but he misses the turnaround layup.
It's a good shot. Good look.
Waybright drives the lane, misses a shot, rebound Panthers. We got our sideline reporter here. Almadaris's news. Brown drives the lane, misses a shot, long rebound goes to Honeycutt. He takes the three, gets it. Panthers take the lead back at the 1:30 mark, 10-9. Oh, nice play by Station Camp, but it ends in 0 points.
Keelan did a good job of not going after the foul.
As Gillespie misses the running shot, Calvert takes a high screen, goes all the way over to the far side. Looks for a backdoor cut on Honeycutt. It's not there. Gives it up to Brown, top of the key. Takes the screen, hands off to Honeycutt. That's way downtown. No good. Under minute mark to go here in the first.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's hit enough shots to be justifying 6 feet behind the arc, but
46 seconds to go. Waybright with the basketball. Gives it over Brown, cutting off Johnson. Back on top to Arrington. Pump fake, shot in the air, no good. Calvert saw Honeycutt, winced, couldn't get it to him. Honeycutt's just going to drive down the lane, flips it up with his right hand. Calvert with a bucket. It's now 12-9 with 19 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Eight seconds remaining. Waybright at the top of the key. Clear out. Calvert backs up, misses the elbow shot. Dalton throws one at the buzzer, misses the backboard. At the end of one, it's Portland 12, Station Camp 9. You're listening to Panther Basketball on the Portland Sports Network.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Avery Hughes started the scoring for the Panthers here on senior recognition night. Immediately took a seat. Calvert with 4 points in that first quarter. Honeycutt and Dalton each had a three, and the Panthers have a 3-point lead starting this second quarter, 12-9. And the Panthers will start on offense in this second 8 minutes. It'll be Honeycutt, Calvert, Brown, Dalton, Elijah Sidnor in the game. Calvert into the front court. Sidnor, Honeycutt. Pops out Dalton. He'll give it up to Brown.
Nice
Back
feed.
door, Honeycutt. Shot turnaround, good. Set play that I don't think we've seen all season from the angle that Honeycutt took to get open on that screen.
Nice job on all the Panthers.
14-9 the lead for the Panthers. Wing three for Station Camp off the mark. Ball is loose, picked up by the Bison. Baseline. Shot is up, no good. Honeycutt gets that rebound, throws it over to Calvert. Calvert pushing it up the court. Drives down the lane, stops short, curls, backs his way out. Bounce pass over to Dalton. Dalton goes baseline. Throws it out to Sidnor, swings it around all the way to Honeycutt. He takes another three. No good. And Station Camp try to cut it to a one-possession game. Prince takes a little shot, doesn't go in. Calvert throws it up ahead to Dalton. Dalton stops at three, takes a three, misses the three. David Peacock, the sophomore, into the game for Station Camp. He's at the top of the key right now. Over the top side is Waybright. He gives it up to Fowler. Shot in the lane, no good. And Calvert will slow it down. I don't know that Coach Ferguson liked the quick shots that was going on the last 3 or 4 possessions.
I don't know. There's a rhythm that you got to do, and sometimes a quick shot's a good shot. Most of the time, it's not a good shot.
Dalton gets the pass into the lane. Spin move causes a foul. First foul on Station Camp for the quarter. And they'll say he was in the act of shooting, so Keelan will go to the free throw line.
It's just kind of hard to explain. You know, because we fast break, and sometimes a fast break, a good pull-up three is a good thing. But you just, we tend to get in the rhythm of shooting them over and over and over without anything in between, and that's what hurts us, I think.
Keelan misses that first free throw.
And I'm not a fan of not towing the line. I don't care who you are.
Makes the second one. 15-9 is your score. Panthers lead in this one. Prince jumps out, passes over to Yarbrough. Back to Arrington. Near side to Prince. Prince trying to go against Sidnor. Great defense by Sidnor, and they're going to call a foul on Elijah. Basket was made, and they will count it.
He pushed off.
That looked like good defense by Sidnor.
And the first team foul.
And Elijah will take a seat. Evan Brown will come out. In comes Ferguson and Totten. Prince makes the three-point play. As they give the points on the wrong side of the scoreboard, we're going to say it's 15-12. Calvert in the corner, flips it out in front to Totten. Over to Honeycutt. Honeycutt fakes right, goes left, gives it to Ferguson in the corner, almost travels. Able to keep that foot down. Calvert backs it up, screen from Dalton here on the right-hand side. Thought about taking that baseline jumper, didn't. Dalton goes baseline, other side of the basket, flips it up and in.
He's so strong.
17-12 is your score. Station Camp now out on front is Prince. 3 players curling around. Finally, Arrington gets it. He's going to go down the lane and takes one from 5 feet out. Foul, send Connor Arrington to the free throw line, and that will go against Honeycutt.
Honeycutt's doing a really good job guarding him. Then the only reason he got semi-open is their little double pick.
That's the first foul on Honeycutt. 2 shots for Arrington coming up, and he misses the first one. Substitutions for Coach Perry. .430 remaining here in the first half. A 5-point lead for the Panthers is now down to 4 as Arrington makes the second. Calvert into the front court. Backdoor
job.
cut, Honeycutt back to Calvert is good.
It's a nice play, nice pass. Tristan did a good job getting a bucket in there.
6 points on the night for Calvert. Station Camp misses one right in front of the bucket, gets their own rebound, throws it back out on front, and the three is good by Aiden Johnson.
Yeah, they just had too many second chances there.
Extra possession helps Station Camp cut this Panther lead in half. It's now 19-16. Totten waits for Ferguson to curl out on top. He gets it, drives into the lane, scoops, shot, good. Defensive foul, and one opportunity for Evan Ferguson.
Good job by Ferg. He's a tough kid, man. He knows his basketball. You can tell he's a student of the game. The way, I mean, you know what I mean? He just lives and breathes it. And he's really strong.
I think that's what's underrated about him, how strong he's gotten this year.
Yeah.
Ferguson makes the free throw.
He plays relentlessly, too.
22-16 is your lead. They bump it back up to 6 points with 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. Johnson with the basketball, three from the corner, off the mark. Dalton demands that rebound. And Calvert will walk it up. He's met by Waybright at the center stripe. One-handed pass over to Ferguson, who takes a three, a little off the mark. Station Camp looking to push the pace. Waybright to Arrington. Up and under, shot is good.
Yeah, we're just slow in transition.
22-18, Panthers lead. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Totten, entry pass to Dalton, who's triple team. Gets around his defender anyway, and no, they're going to call offensive foul. Dalton was hooking his defender.
What was he looking at?
So that'll be the second foul on Dalton.
That was a bad call. Good call. I'm sticking with bad call. I mean, there's certain things in the low post you can do.
Waybright down the lane, and they just kind of let him go. Miscommunication on the Panther defense off the switch. And now the lead is only 2. Calvert takes another screen from Dalton. Dribbles into the lane, picks it up off the Totten. Totten goes, shoots one from 10 feet out, and it falls in.
Good shot.
Honeycutt gets his first basket of the night. 24-20 is the score.
He needs to be real careful.
Jump stop shot is no good. They don't call the travel. Waybright shoots one from the baseline. It goes in.
And the teammates need to help Key out too. Make sure he doesn't get that foul before we can get Cottle in the game.
Coach Ferguson leaving Dalton in with 2 fouls here in this second quarter. Under a minute and a half to go. A 2-point lead. Honeycutt. Panthers looking to milk some clock. Totten trying to spread the defense as the Panthers are 5 out. Calvert gets around his defender, drives the lane, shot is up, layup is good. The crossover dribble was magic on that play.
Yeah, it was a great play. Tristan taking it downhill.
26-22, Calvert with 8 points on the night. 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And they go right after Dalton misses the hook shot. Nobody there for the backside rebound. Station Camp gets a layup. 32 seconds remaining. Panthers up by 2.
Yeah, our backside rebounding was non-existent there.
24 seconds left. Totten and Honeycutt way at the Panther logo. 15 seconds. Honeycutt drives to the basket, up and under shot, rolls in. Station Camp got spread wide. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Wainwright to the left. Shot is up, effective, goes in with 2 seconds remaining. Panthers cannot get a shot off before the buzzer. Quick action to end the second quarter, but the Panthers were able to hold on to a 2-point lead going into the half. It's Portland 28, Station Camp 26. You're listening to Panther Basketball.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Station Camp at the half by a score of 28-26. Station Camp's only lead was at the 2:20 mark of the first quarter. Panthers have led ever since then, but Station Camp keeping it close. The largest lead for the Panthers. John, the good and the bad of the first half, in your opinion?
I don't think there were. I mean, we took 1 or 2 threes kind of haphazardly, I think. But I'm not going to complain about a couple of threes, right? As long as it doesn't become a rhythm and you're ahead and then all of a sudden you look up 6 trips down and you're behind because all you shot was threes. I don't think anything was ugly. I like the way we played. Maybe 1 or 2 back cuts on us that we didn't defend. I just think we played really good basketball first half. What I like is we're going downhill. Station Camp's a pretty good basketball team. They're not slouchy by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't have a problem at all.
It's Station Camp is playing Station Camp. They're driving to the basket. They're able to make shots. They've got length on their side too.
Yeah,
and
they're
they
a tall
don't use
team.
it. They use it for driving to the bucket more than anything.
The only thing that scares me is Arrington's only got 3 points. And I don't know what his average is coming in tonight, but I'm sure it's a double-figure guy. So, but Honeycutt can lock down a lot of people, and that's a big part of keeping him to 3. Is Honeycutt's good? He can play some defense, man.
6 different Panthers scoring in the first half, John. That's got to be a good sign for Coach Ferguson.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Tristan Calvert with 8, Evan Ferguson with 3, Nate Honeycutt with 7, Quentin Taunton with 2, Keelan Dalton with 6. We were 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Rebounds, Calvert 4, Honeycutt 3, Dalton 5, Sentnor 1. 1 block shot was by Taunton. 1 assist each for Calvert, Brown, and Honeycutt. We only had 1 turnover. So that's why I'm not, Station Camp's a good ball club, and I like the way our shot selection, for the most part, we've been going downhill, getting close shots, and I just think that makes us a good team. We're tough to defend because we're so quick when we drive to the go.
I agree. Panthers trying to keep a lock on that number 1 seed in District 9. We'll come back for second half action. You're listening to Panther Basketball.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
action here where Portland is leading Station Camp 28-26. And the Panthers will start on defense here in this third quarter. Did I hear correctly during senior recognition that Avery Hughes is going to Naval Academy to major in aerospace engineering?
Yeah, he wants to be like Josh Dobbs, but a lineman instead, or a quarterback. It's a good job.
Cool.
Eventually, Josh Dobbs will get at it professionally, but he likes being a backup quarterback. A lot of money to do not a whole lot.
Ferguson, Honeycutt, Totten, Dalton, and Calvert into the game for Ferguson. Ball is loose and quickly picked up by Totten. Timeout is called.
By Totten.
Timeout is called. I want to make sure we had possession before I.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Yeah. Timeout was called by Coach Ferguson as soon as Totten jumped on the ball because he had 3 guys coming right at him. So it's going to be difficult. But you hate to see him waste that timeout this early in the second half. But I don't know that he took a timeout in the first half. So
Yeah, but they don't carry over.
Oh.
So they're more important in the second half than they were first half. Yeah, it's like you get so many timeouts first half, so many second half. But they're not carryover timeouts. So you were right to begin with. Not so sure. But Coach, that's the one thing. Coach Firm's really good at clock management.
That's
so
true.
he knows what he's got, and he pulls the triggers at the right time.
Panthers with the basketball now going from right to left. Honeycutt pops out to the top of the key, gets the basketball, swings it over to the far side to Calvert, back to Totten. Bounce pass down on to Dalton, spin move into the lane, gives it up to Calvert. Calvert way across the court to Honeycutt. Catches Dalton in the lane. Dalton takes a move in the lane. Shot goes up, no good.
There's so much bouncing around there. He gets a little hook, and you're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Arrington scores quickly on the other end for Station Camp.
But there's all kind of hooking and slamming there, and you're not going to call it. That referee's got no clue what inside play is all about.
Score is now tied at 28 early on here in the third quarter. Totten over to Honeycutt in the corner. Takes a dribble in, passes it out front to Ferguson. Gets open on the low block. Ferguson gets it back to him. Back to Ferguson. And the three is missed. Tip in. Nate Honeycutt. The garbage man gets the bucket.
It's a great job by Honeycutt. He's
Panthers
a hard worker.
Back up by 2, 30-28. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter. Arrington takes one straight away. No good. And now the Panthers looking to make it a 2-possession game.
He's got his gold shoes on tonight, too, by the way.
There you go. Totten
Nice
baseline
shot.
gets the layup.
We're so good at that. I just hate when we get away from it. We got 5 kids, 7 really, that can just flat put it on the floor and go to the hole.
4 points tonight for Quentin Totten. Station Camp looking to answer. Waybright into the lane, dishes out to Arrington for a long 3. He made it.
Quick point, number 4, Connor Arrington.
8 points on the night for Arrington.
He can play.
Cuts it to a 1-point lead for the Panthers, 32-31. Honeycutt catches Calvert again on the back door. Station Camp recovers. He hands it off to Dalton. Turnaround shot goes in for Keelan Dalton.
He's just so strong.
I don't see how he knew where the bucket was. 8 points.
Good job. Oh.
7 points for Keelan. 3 for Arrington goes in again. You can't let number 4 get hot.
You're absolutely correct. If you remember at halftime, that's what I was worried about, him only scoring 3 and then being 2 points behind.
34-34 is your score. Calvert loses his steps, gets it off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt into the lane, backs up, shoot. Fadeaway's no good.
It's a good shot. It just didn't go down for him.
Now Station Camp trying to get the lead again. Arrington. Calvert cuts him off this time. Over to Prince. Prince in the lane, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Waybright. Waybright goes in the lane, makes the bucket, whistle and a foul. And Waybright will go to the line for an and one situation. That foul will be on Evan Ferguson.
What's interesting is they put Honeycutt on Waybright because Waybright looked like he was going to take over, and Calvert was on Arrington. So that's going to be interesting how that works out.
Waybright completes the three-point play. And now the largest lead of the night for Station Camp is 37-34.
We just got to be patient. We haven't been shooting badly.
Panthers slow getting it up to the court. They finally get it across the mid-stripe. Ferguson bounce pass over to Totten in the corner. He goes baseline. Throws it out to the near corner as Honeycutt fakes the three down the lane. Shot is up, and they're going to call offensive foul on Nate Honeycutt.
It was a good call.
That's the second foul on Honeycutt. 2 team fouls on the Panthers. 3:55 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers down by 3, and Station Camp now has possession of the basketball. Double team in the lane on Station Camp. They get out of it. 3 uncontested is missed. Arrington gets the offensive rebound. Throws it out to Gillespie for a 3. He misses that one. Offensive rebound again and a foul on Calvert.
Yeah, they're just beating Russ right now on the glass.
Now Waybright will go to the free throw line. That's the first foul of the night on Tristan. But the third team foul on Portland here with 3:32 to go in the third.
It'd be interesting if they keep this up. See what Cottle could do about clearing out some of that garbage in there and leave the putbacks from happening so much. Not telling nobody what to do. It'd just be interesting.
Waybright makes the first one. The second one's on the way. It goes in. It's now a 5-point lead for Station Camp. Honeycutt and Calvert back and forth in the backcourt. Finally, Calvert takes it to the positive area. Hands off to Totten. Totten gets it to Honeycutt over in the corner. Gives it to Dalton at the elbow. Back to Totten. Traveling violation on the Panthers. All of a sudden, things going the wrong direction for Portland.
We're
Station
fine. We just
Camp.
got to get a stop, not let them get second chance points here.
Johnson, Arrington gets it down low to Ladd. Ladd turns around, nice little jump shot over the Panther defense. It is now a 7-point game. 2:47 to go here in the third. Panthers are on a scoring drought all of a sudden. A 7-0 run, a 10-0 run for Station Camp here in the third. Dalton down low, double team, gets it back up to Honeycutt, right back to Dalton. Dalton gets in the lane for anybody can get to him, and there's going to be a reach in on Station Camp. That one will go against Aiden Johnson. 2:24 to go in the third. That's actually the first team foul on Station Camp this quarter. Dalton will take the inbounds pass. Get it over to Totten, who gets bumped on the baseline. And that'll be 2 quick fouls on Aiden Johnson.
It's good. Get them fouls on them. How many times through all the years you've watched basketball and played it have you seen that be called out of bounds?
That's going to be his second.
I've never understood that. Like, I've never known a player that just purposely would run right out of bounds. You have to get knocked out.
Calvert underneath their own basket. Gets it to Totten, who popped out at the slot 3. Takes a screen from Dalton. Drives the lane. Gets fouled on a shot.
Now the key here is we got to get on the line and hit these. When you're behind and you go to the hole like we did, which is great, you need to get to the hole. You've got to get the shots with the clock not running. It's absolutely critical.
First foul on David Peacock. Books a 54% free throw shooter to the line in Taunton, and he misses the first. Evan Brown into the game. His first action of the second half as Ferguson will go out. Taunton gets set, shoots. That one goes in. Taunton with 5 points on the night. First bucket for the Panthers in quite some time. It's now 41-35. Station Camp leads at the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Prince with the basketball, guarded by Calvert. Over to Gillespie. Gillespie gives it up to Waybright. Waybright gets in the lane and gets an uncontested jumper that goes in. Got around his defender. It's now an 8-point lead for Station Camp. Calvert looks for a screen from Dalton. Takes the 3 straight away. Too hard. Station Camp can now make it a double-digit lead. Into the lane. Short jumper is good. Waybright held onto that basketball as long as he could. Dalton with the layup on the other end, and he got smacked. No foul called. Great pass by Evan Brown. 1 minute to go. Dalton with 9 points. Timeout is called by Station Camp. We'll be right back. You're listening to Panther Basketball.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Coach Andrew Perry calls timeout with 52 seconds left. His team in the middle of an 11-3 run against the Panthers, an 8-point lead, 45-37. Pass into the backcourt to Waybright. Hands it over to Gillespie. Out on front is Peacock. To the far side is Waybright. Jumping out to the top of the key is Prince. Brown almost gets a steal. And they're going to say Brown got a little too close to the offensive player. And that'll be the 4th team foul on the Panthers. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. First foul on Brown.
Yeah, I thought it was some pretty good defense myself.
Waybright will go into the backcourt to get the entry pass. 23 seconds to go. Station Camp trying to get to the end of the quarter as close as they can before shooting. Waybright, guarded by Dalton all the way at the volleyball line. 7 seconds. Waybright drives to the lane, bounce pass down low, blocked from behind by Calvert. Calvert throws it ahead to Brown a little bit too far. Brown won't be able to get to it in time. At the end of 3, it's Station Camp 45, Portland 37. We'll be right back for the final 8 minutes of Panther Basketball.
Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Luckily, the third quarter is over with as Station Camp outscored the Panthers 19-9 in that quarter, turned a 2-point lead into an 8-point deficit. And Panthers will have the basketball to start the final 8 minutes. It'll be Honeycutt, Calvert, Dalton, Totten, and Brown.
Basically, we just need to find an answer to stop Waybright and Arrington. They've been the two-man wrecking crew the third quarter.
Panthers need to find a way to get a bucket.
They don't have to press. Just don't do something uncharacteristic.
Calvert getting around two defenders, takes a floater, and it's good from the baseline.
Now we just got to get a stop and get the rebound. There's been a couple of times they've had too many second chance points.
Arrington over to Johnson. Down low to Arrington again. Turnaround baseline jumper is good.
That's the kid I remember from last year.
Calvert starts driving, dishes it off. Totten does go into the lane, gets around his defender, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, pump fakes, and throws it out front to Honeycutt. Calvert backs it up. An extra possession for the Panthers. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. They cannot as they turn the ball over. And Brown will get called for reaching in again.
Yeah, got kind of haphazard trying to get the ball. Todd made a really good play there. Just missed a point-blank layup, great shot, and then scrambled for the ball and got it back. I had a chance for a skid bucket, but didn't get it.
Second foul on Brown. Ferguson will come in for Totten. Station Camp, 8-point lead, and the basketball. Driving the lane goes Waybright. Gives it off to Arrington. Brown trying to stop Arrington. Brown gives up a lot of height, but Brown has that tenacity you need. Shot is affected by Honeycutt. Dalton gets the rebound.
Now I wish Nate would say, give me the ball back. Give me the ball back. That's where your point guard's got to come grab the ball. Period. When you're a point guard, I mean, Key can dribble, right? But that's not really his MO. Your point guard's got to go get it. Say, Key, you did a great job. You got fouled. You're cool. Give me the ball.
Panthers down by 8. Ferguson goes baseline, gets caught up in the air, gets it off to Brown. Brown tries to hand it off to Dalton. Too much traffic in the lane.
Yeah, you're right, 100%. There was no place to hand it off to.
Johnson gives it up to Fowler down low for the layup. Panthers got caught looking. Now it's a 10-point lead for Station Camp. Calvert answers with a bucket.
They're just basically doing what we do. You know, getting the ball where it needs to get too close to low post, getting some easy buckets.
Waybright falls down, and they're going to say Dalton pushed him. That's the third foul on Keelan. Waybright will take the inbounds pass here with 5:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. And he'll hand it off to Johnson. Tip, steal, picked up by Brown. And Brown gets tackled going into the front court. That'll be the first team foul on Station Camp here in this quarter. 5:06 remaining. Foul will go against Waybright. That's his first one of the night.
It's a good job by Brown getting that ball for the Panthers the last time Station Camp was down there. Good
Lob
feed.
down low to Dalton. Turn around shot is good. Kind of hard to stop him at that spot. Panthers are cut it to 6, 49-43. Under 5 minutes remaining. Arrington to Waybright. Far side to Johnson. Back out on top is Gillespie.
Ooh.
Foul on the Panthers.
Probably on Honeycutt, I'm guessing.
That'll be the third foul on Nate.
That's his third. And the
Third team foul on Portland. Lob out in front from the baseline for Station Camp. Gives it up to Gillespie. Over to Johnson. Back to Gillespie. Arrington now still being guarded by Brown, and they're going to call a foul down low away from the ball.
I didn't see it.
And that may be number 4 on Keelan.
Yeah, I just.
Foul number 23, Keelan Dalton. That's going to be his fourth. And the fourth team foul.
Dalton with 11 points on the night, but he's got 4 fouls now. As Station Camp will inbounds. Arrington looks to get around Brown. Brown tipped it. Arrington gets it back. Johnson, double team. Gives it up to Gillespie. Back over to Johnson. Panthers trying to step up that defense, taking some chances, and that calls Hunter Ladd to be wide open in front of the basket for the layup.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play by Arrington.
Whistle underneath the basket. This one will go against Station Camp. Foul call against Hunter Ladd, trying to guard Dalton down low. Dalton will take a seat with his 4 fouls. In will come in Totten. Changes the outlook a lot, John, where it's more speed and outside than you've got any presence in the paint.
Yeah, and what scares me.
And as I say that, they lob it into Calvert. His tip doesn't go in, but he gets fouled.
Is on the offensive boards for them. The one guy we got into that we know can root it in and block out is now sitting down.
Number 0, Tristan Calvert, for
Calvert, your leading free throw shooter for the team, makes the first one.
He almost made that bucket. It just bounced out on him.
Number 2, Ian Johnson, checking in for Station Camp.
Calvert spins, sets, shoots, made it. 2 for 2, Tristan Calvert, 7-point lead. 6-point lead for Station Camp. Panthers gamble, and they come out the winners as Station Camp misses the layup. Up ahead is Honeycutt, and he gets his own layup. Now it is a 4-point game.
Brown did a really good job of clearing that ball out and getting it down court.
Whistle is blown. We'll see what the call is about. Went to the scorer's table, but I'm not sure what was said. Station Camp has the basketball. Panthers are full court man-to-man right now. Station Camp will inbounds to Waybright, and he's wide open to the front court. Gives it to Aaron for an uncontested 3, but he misses it. Rebound goes right to Station Camp, and Waybright is fouled on the putback. And Calvert's pleading to his teammates.
Foul number 0, Tristan Calvert, his second.
So that's the second foul on Tristan.
Liam Waybright.
Tristan leading the Panthers tonight with 14 points. And Wainwright will have 2 where he makes the first one.
It was that second chance point got scared of.
Wainwright makes both of them. Panthers have cut it to 4. Now it's back to a 6-point lead for Station Camp. 3:09 remaining. Calvert goes cross court to Ferguson, who takes the 3. Doesn't go in. Station Camp now trying to extend their lead. Calvert on Wainwright. Wainwright gives it off to Arrington on the baseline. He takes a jump step shot, missed. Putback is good for Station Camp, and the foul on Portland will send Wainwright to the free throw line for an and 1.
Basket is good. Foul number 15.
They'll give that foul to Totten. That's his first of the night. Another free throw. Timeout is called by Coach John Ferguson. 2:36 to go. Station Camp's jumped out to a 9-point lead, 56-47. We'll be right back with Panther basketball.
Timeout. Home up for
2:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Panthers had cut it to 4. 5 straight points for Station Camps. Now put their lead back up to 9, 56-47. Dalton back on the court for Coach John Ferguson with his 4 fouls. Totten in the lane, gives it up to Honeycutt. Honeycutt takes the 3. No good. Station Camp in the bonus, so any foul will put them to the free throw line where they have proven they are very effective. Totten now guarding Arrington. Gives it up to Gillespie. Johnson on the near side throws it out front to Gillespie. 1:53 to go. Ferguson on Johnson. Ball gets over to Wainwright. Wainwright gets bumped going to the baseline, and that'll be a foul on Calvert. That'll be his 3rd.
Foul called to 0, Tristan Calvert. His 3rd. Wainwright at the line for the Bison.
Hopefully they won't make their free throws here.
And the first one rolls in. Second free throw goes. 10-point lead now for Station Camp with 1:43 to go. Honeycutt to Totten. Back to Honeycutt. Flips it over to Ferguson. He'll go baseline. He'll take the shot off the glass. Doesn't go in.
It was a good look.
Wainwright gives it off to Arrington. Arrington gets pushed by Honeycutt. So now Connor Arrington will go to the free throw line.
Honeycutt, that's his 4th. Connor Arrington at the line for Station Camp.
Arrington, the first of two, goes in. Arrington gets set for the second free throw on the way. He got it. Timeout called by Station Camp. Panthers down by 13. A minute 17 to go. We'll be right back. One minute and 17 seconds remaining, a 13-point lead for Station Camp. Panthers had cut it to 4, 51-47. Now it is 60-47. Free throws for Station Camp playing a big part in this game as the Panthers look to get one on the board quick. And the three rolls in and out for Calvert. And Station Camp trying to play keep away with under a minute to go here in the game. Foul called on Honeycutt. And that'll be the fifth on Nate Honeycutt. As Arrington will go to the free throw line. Evan Brown will come in for Nate Honeycutt. John, did you pay attention during the senior recognition area where they said that Mikhail Thompson had a first for Portland High School, the first Portland High School athlete to get a scholarship for flag football?
Yes, I did read that. I'm extremely interested to watch her play.
Missed free throw, but Station Camp gets their own rebound, and they'll throw it out on top with 45 seconds to go. And the Panthers are having to run the court, trying to cause a turnover. And foul called on the Panthers.
I think we're going to broadcast two of their games. I'm not going to be at one because I got a baseball game. Every now and then I do got to take care of my baseball team. But it'd be interesting. I need to remember her name. And congratulations to her for getting it.
Arrington makes the first one. Misses the second. Arrington has 17 points on the night. Gets his own rebound again. That's something that Coach Ferguson probably upsets him the most, is the offensive rebounds, especially off missed free throws that Station Camp is getting. 33 seconds remaining. Station Camp now up by 15. And Arrington makes his first one.
Yeah, it's hard to chart every single little detail, especially in broadcast a game, but it'd be interesting how many offensive rebounds they've gotten.
Arrington misses the second one. Panthers are able to get a defensive rebound. Calvert is going to try to go all the way. Misses the shot.
Yeah, he slipped.
Rebound Station Camp. 30 seconds remaining. And Station Camp happy to just run out the clock. Panthers will not foul. 15 seconds to go. Turnover, Ferguson to Totten. And a layup on the other end as Quentin Totten gets an easy score.
Good job
6
by
seconds
Evan.
to go.
He didn't quit ever.
A little too late as the time will run out on the Panthers as they come away with their second loss in a row as Station Camp defeats Portland by a score of 63-49. We'll be right back with a recap and final stats. You're listening to Portland Basketball.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Portland goes 1 for 2 tonight as the Lady Panthers came out on top of Station Camp, but the boys come away with a loss, losing 63-49 to Station Camp. A tough night for the Panthers. Well, really just a tough second half for the Panthers as they looked good going into the locker room. And Station Camp just came out on fire defensively in that second half, and the Panthers couldn't get a bucket. Got down by double digits, was able to cut it back to 4. But then Station Camp made their free throws, got back out in front, and the Panthers just couldn't make another run at it and come away with the loss, their second loss in a row. Who'd have thought we would have said that?
Not me. It was just one of those games. I mean, you know, the thing about it is it's basketball. You don't have to win every game. Hold on, I'm giving my guys hugs. So, but anyway, we just didn't have an answer. I coming out of the half, if you remember, I was scared about Arrington only scoring 3 because he either turned into a really bad basketball player in 1 year, which I didn't think was going to happen, or he was going to catch on fire in the second half. He had 15. The kid that came out of nowhere to me is the Waybright guy. He scored 22 points. So we got to find someone that can defend those two kids. Arrington's probably the best basketball player in the conference. Who haven't we not seen? We've seen everybody once now, right? Liberty Creek. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, he's just best all-around basketball player there is. And I knew, if you remember last year when we talked, I just said this kid's going to, and he was only a sophomore last year. And I said, this kid's going to be good. We're going to have to find an answer for him. And I'm not taking anything. It is what it is. I don't. If you know anything about basketball, just watch the game. Nate's our defender, and he can't defend two guys. So we're going to have to. One of our other guys is going to have to step up next game. You know, I don't know. Maybe Brown comes in and sees if he can lock one of them down. But we got to do that. And the one thing that killed us was the rebounds on the offensive side. They just had way too many transitions, second shots. Keelan got in foul trouble early, and that kind of hurt us a little bit. I don't know, is it too late in the year, to throw Cottle in there a little bit and see if he can just take up some space? Kind of like Humphreys, was that her name? 3 years ago. If you remember, before we started on a row, the Lady Panthers, we were getting beat in the paint a lot. And they put her in there. Offensive end, she was give or take, but she took up a lot of spot, and they didn't get a lot of second hand. I'm not telling Coach Ferg what to do by any stretch. He's a great coach. Just something maybe to think about, because what we said last week is there's going to be a game or two Keelan gets in foul trouble. It's not his. We put a lot of weight on his shoulders inside, and I thought the hook call. He hooked him for sure. But considering all the other banging that goes on there, did he really flagrantly do anything to cause a foul? He was in the lane here earlier today, and he got bumped around by 2 different guys. There was no call at all on that. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying you can't call that on our low post guy. You just absolutely, that was just not a good call at all for us. But we'll figure it out. I still think this is a good team. I still think our strength is we've got 7 athletes that can really play basketball. I think our strength's going downhill. I hope we don't get into a thing where we think we need to start shooting more threes. I think the threes will take you out of games so quick. Tonight there was one possession. We got down by 6. We came down and decided to shoot a 3, and we missed it. Then they went up, got 2, and then we came back down and shot a 3 too. Just that little bitty sequence. When we get behind, that doesn't mean you have to get it all back at one time. But this is a good team. We missed some good shots down low. We just need to kind of catch our breath a little bit and regroup so we can be 1-2 seed in the tournament.
Panthers unable to get that elusive 20th win of the season as their record falls to 19-6, 5-2 in the district. Less than 24 hours to think about it, as they got to be right back here again tomorrow night at home versus Liberty Creek. That'll be the second meeting between those two teams, as the Panthers were able to win on Liberty Creek's court earlier this season.
What was that score? Do you have it anywhere close?
I don't.
I don't want to put any pressure on you. It wasn't a blowout, though. Wasn't it a fairly close game?
It was like a 9-point.
9-point game?
Yeah,
so that's going to be really interesting. What's Liberty Creek done between now and then?
And Liberty Creek defeated Springfield last night. So
right, in which direction
are they getting hot? Yeah.
We're treading. And it could be, and I'm not making, me, I'm not an excuse-making kind of guy, because everybody's got to play these makeup games. But it could be we're a little bit tired. Maybe we just need to catch our breath a little bit and make a run for it. We'll see. Tomorrow night's going to be an interesting game.
Friday night, they'll travel to White House to try and sweep that season series. We'll be broadcasting both of those games right here on YouTube via the Portland Sports Network. For Miguel Amadeus, John Thayer, I'm Kyle Eden. Until next time, go Panthers.